everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of season 2 of Phoenix Dawn Command.
Woo!
I am Mac Bitter is Better Beauvais, and I will be your marshal for this game. This game is very unique in which all of the players can only level up by dying, which is pretty fun because it means that I am the one GM on the stream that intentionally has to try and let the players die. It's pretty rad. But let's go around and meet those players. Joining us again is Mr. Stephen Pope.
Hello! I'm here again. Hi. My name's Stephen Pope. Oh, I'm on this camera apparently. Hi. I'm a writer for Geek and Sundry. I also run Skip a Turn, and I also run Mask here on Saving Throw Show, coming back in July, so keep an eye out.
Woo!
Woo!
And then back again, Blythe.
Back from the dead.
I'm finally back. Hi,
Hello,
I've been getting too many things where I have to make money, but I'm back, and I should be back for the next few sessions, and I'm very excited to be here. Yay!
Yeah. Do you guys want to tell them about the characters you're playing too?
Oh, yeah. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm playing Spectre, in case you guys forgot, because it's been a really long time. Who is the
Name checks out.
shrouded, who is very closed off and died a very bitter death last time. So we're gonna see what that did to her.
And I'm playing Leviathan, the elemental who is just kind of your grumpy uncle. And also looks like a Godzilla, so that's fine.
Yeah, right.
You're literally friends.
And now let's go to this side of the table, starting with Chan.
Oh, now I'm just thinking about Godzilla's my grumpy uncle.
It sounds like a good band name.
Original
Godzilla's my
comic
grumpy
version.
uncle.
I'm calling that. That's mine now. This is mine. I'm claiming it.
I feel like it should be
original
some kind of weird ska band. I don't
Comic
know why.
version of Big Hero 6, Fredzilla is essentially your grumpy best friend uncle character. He's
Well, I
not
need to
as
read
funny
this
as
comic
he is in
now.
the movie.
Now I need to read this comic.
Yeah, you do. It's a really good comic.
Grumble?
Grunkle!
Grumble.
Fun
Well,
fact,
let's-
fun
Let's
fact, I
let
actually
Chan
am a
finish
grunkle.
his introduction.
I would rather riff,
Uncle.
honestly.
No, do it
No
now.
riffing.
I want to make you uncomfortable
yes,
so you're
and-
prepared for the rest of the game.
Ooh. I am Robert Butter is Batter, Clarke-chan. Yeah, all my batter is just made of butter.
Healthy.
It's
That's
not
it.
really batter, then it's just butter.
You call yours what you want. I'll call mine what I want.
We're gonna have a
Don't judge
butter
me.
battle now. It's gonna get
Bitter
weird.
battle.
It's gonna get
Bitter
fucking
battle.
Dr.
Damn
Seuss
it.
up in here.
I'm playing Doros, who's a Durant. Although the last time he died died a shrouded death.
Oh shit.
And so now he's got a tiny little voice in the back of his head.
Wait, another one?
Besides your dumbass.
Crying and weeping in his head.
Screaming.
That is what I sound like.
Yeah.
Like a very tiny air horn.
Hip hop air chord.
It's canon now. That's what the phoenixes sound like when they're when they're visiting someone. A little tiny air.
Strobe lights, air horns.
I like that term, visiting. We're just visiting as attendant spirits. Yeah.
And
Let's hear your bit now.
Last but not least, the Dempster Fire himself.
Bum, bum, bum.
I am Joshua the Dempster Fire Dempster. Architect by day, Blanket Fort Architect by night.
Ooh, my.
And I will be playing. I spent most of the night in Jake from Adventure Time Kigurumi in a blanket fort playing games with my friends. So like, hey,
Legit.
I need to bring my.
That sounds
snake
like the best
Kigurumi
Friday
over
night
if
ever.
we need to do
life is
that.
terrible. I have terrible friends, a terrible life. Everything sucks.
How did I miss this?
I don't
I wanna
know.
go.
You're in the church now.
I am. I keep forgetting to pay attention. Pay attention to the internet, guys. You might
Do
be
it.
friends.
Speaking of which, anybody need me to bring him back a Kirigumi from Japan?
Yeah,
Yes.
Or air horns?
Can you bring back a Kigurumi that is also an air horn?
I will look for that if it exists anywhere. It must
I
be
feel
in
like
Japan.
I'm one of the only people on the planet that does not have a Kigurumi.
They're the
I
most
told you I got my
comfortable
hedgehog
thing
one.
in the world.
Huh?
I told you I got my hedgehog one.
It's what we
Yeah.
should wear
Hedgehog
during
one,
the
that's
apocalypse, guys.
Yeah.
I need to find a wolf one.
I got a Godzilla one.
I have a
So
snake
tell
one.
us about who you're playing.
I play the character Scar. He is a bitter, was once upon a time killed by our currently missing Marshal, Varia. And you may have seen some artistic renditions of their relationship.
One of which we could not post on the
Yeah.
stream.
Make
I
sure you
glanced
give
at it,
that
it was like
DeviantArt link.
my eyes.
Oh my god.
But he just recently died, and after attending Doros, it turns out that
Visiting.
he's visiting as a tiny air horn.
Sense8 says visiting, and that's where I got it from.
Like it.
Great show on Netflix, guys. Watch it.
Really need to watch it.
We are going.
I know, I'm awful. I am.
You done?
Sorry.
I will give you guys ample time to plug things.
Sorry.
This was just watch Netflix, guys.
Yes, let's all just watch Netflix
Right
this
now.
game. Well, because we're going to have, as noted, 3 of our players have died. I'm sorry you're not part of the Death Club today, so we have to have some time to go through your crucibles before we get to the meat of the story. But before that, chat, let me tell you about what you can do with these lovely players today.
You can draw pictures of them.
Yes, but you can also donate to give them redraws, which helps them get extra cards, especially in a time of need.
I have 3 of those.
That's nice. It's good to have things. You can also set off their negative or positive flares. So a negative flare is roleplay based and makes them go cuckoo nuts at some point because they really are just kind of that way in real life. For example, you can give Spectre word vomit where she has to say everything that's on her mind at the time. You can give Doros ringmaster, and then he tries to sell people on whatever happens to be around at the time, and it's awkward for everyone. They also all have a positive flare, so those are combat based and help them in not dying, which is less fun for me, but they seem to be into it. For example, we have a very special from the deep for Leviathan, which he can summon some sort of spectral animal from the deep to help him. Last time it was a rotting whale.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I liked
For Scar, you can. We actually have to figure out what he has now because you have full gore, which allows you to give a bleeding condition to enemies. But now you
Pretty
have.
much a Minotaur now.
Yeah, because you have horns, you've got hooves.
And the legs. I have the legs now. 'cause
Okay, so
that
the
was
legs are as of this past time.
Yeah, so
Next it's going to be
now-
like a bull ring.
Yeah.
Cowbell.
Just a question.
Cowbell.
More cowbell.
Need more cowbell.
Yeah, but please donate. It's super fun, especially for me.
Yes. Also, apropos to nothing, is there a bull emoji? Because I might need that later.
For shipping reasons.
Yes, maybe.
I think there's a cow.
I can
It's
make
as
that
close
work.
as you're going to get.
I can make that work.
I feel like there
Alright.
might be.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, this
I
is the
think
most
there is a
shippingest
bull
show on Saving Throw. I don't know why, but it is. I swear, like, every show I do now, like, even when I go over to the Happy Jacks people want to ship my character with other characters. I don't get it.
I like the fact you're
Bring
all
it with you.
ridiculously good looking.
Yeah, but the characters aren't necessarily good
Who
looking.
cares about that?
But everyone's picturing them looking like you guys now.
Yeah, just in silly
Yeah.
costumes.
When in that first painting of Scar and Varia, I was like, oh, that's not the skin color I was picturing Scar with, but okay, I'll take it. I was never explicit.
So
It's like a
basically
Harry
just
Potter
a redheaded
situation.
werewolf. Is that what's happening here?
Yes.
I
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah, I never described what my character, like, we never described our characters in Misadventures, and I think people just started picturing Amelia with teal hair, and I'm like, actually, she's got, like, dark brown auburn hair.
Yeah, that's about how it goes. But so let's talk about crucibles because
Fun.
3 of you died. So let's go through what those crucibles were like and what you came back looking like. So let's go ahead and start with Leviathan,
Okay.
who was very angry last time about everything. Plus, Creepoid there was up in his grill.
Yeah. Shirog, I believe that was the name.
Sharon?
No, Sharon.
Sharon and I made a little deal, and I will not get a 7th incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
I will stop at 6.
So tell me about how the crucible was different. What was it like when you went in there?
So my crucible is a very dark, very deep ocean, and there's something large in there, larger than I can perceive, dragging me down. And usually the water is sparking, and there's a storm, and there's something terrible in there. I hear voices. But for the first time, the water is boiling as well. The water is boiling, and I see these sharp, jagged, I want to call them fishes because that's the closest thing they can be, and they are taking turns just kind of stabbing at me and reminding me that I gave up an incarnation for nothing.
In fact, as you're being dragged down, you notice that despite being dragged down and it not making any sense in the current, that there's a skeletal figure in a boat in your crucible. My wee bitty phoenix has an awfully weird crucible. Quite dark.
Did you follow me or something?
We told wee bitty phoenixes we could go into any crucible we liked.
Yeah, you did say that. I knock away one of the fish things.
Are you displeased that we have come to visit?
You did. Trying to find words here. Kind of hard to talk underwater, but somehow it works in here. I love this place, really. It's great. You took an incarnation from Vigil, didn't you?
We told the phoenixes we deal only in life and death. If wee bitty phoenixes wish to make deals, wee bitty phoenixes are allowed to do so. Did we not help the phoenixes?
You didn't hinder, I guess.
Well, we did help. And we did fulfill our side of the bargain.
I can't
But wouldn't you be
argue
happier
there.
to not come back to this place an extra time? It does seem rather dank.
Dank's a good word for it. Look, I want to die. That's kind of my goal. We have that in common. I think you want me to die. Call it a hunch.
We don't really care.
Yeah, you wouldn't, would you? Look, I have nothing to live for. Vigil does. The rest of this wing does. The sooner I'm done, the happier I'll be. So why exactly are you in here in my beautiful little fish tank from hell?
Well, we still felt that wee bitty Phoenix was upset with the deal, and we thought maybe we could help when wee bitty Phoenix goes back.
You can't have another incarnation.
We're not asking for that.
What do you want?
We come with a gift.
You don't do gifts.
Wee bitty Phoenix would be surprised. Put that in your deck.
Can I look at it?
No.
No. Okay.
Yay!
I'm very
That'll be a
excited.
fun surprise.
I don't know what it is.
We will see wee bitty Phoenix next time he's in his crucible, and
Oh man.
paddles the boat away, even though it makes no sense.
To nowhere?
Makes
Yep.
sense.
Like you're just being a dramatic jerk at this point.
And
That's what Sharon does, and there's like a hanging lamp in front of the lantern in front of the boat that's just kind of swinging as he goes away, and it just fades off into the inkiness of the ocean.
overdramatic bitch. And with that, I am just tugged by a tentacle. My leg is just kind of ripped out of me. I go plummeting into the ocean, and eventually there's light at the end of the tunnel.
And you're
Sounds
spat back out into
unpleasant.
fire.
And I want to go into that, but I want everyone else to do the crucible first.
Okay, so let's talk about Scar's Crucible. We're not just, languidly stretched.
No, that is the crucible. It's just
That-
him like on a beach, like yeah.
I'm part
Your
of
crucible sounds
Yeah,
awesome. Can we trade?
Him and like Crucible Warrior are just like chilling with sunglasses, just like.
Yeah.
Did you learn a lesson? Yeah. Cool.
Then just like slowly sink into the sand.
And then fire back in the fire.
So yet again, Scar awakes in front of the gates, in front of which he died, and his mentor is once again sitting there, just staring at him. And she asks him, "So what now?" And he looks back at her and like, I'm not tough enough. It's over and over again. It seems like I take one hit and I die. I return to the flame. And I thought that's what we trained here for. Like we need to do more. And he just stands and stares her down. She nods and proceeds to just basically charge at him over and over again until he's able to take one stand and take the blow full force without even flinching.
And I imagine one of those attacks is probably so hard that that's when the legs snap back into that configuration and stay that way.
Yeah, at which point the mentor looks and laughs. It's like, oh, it's happening more?
Well, I figure that's probably the final attack where you are finally able to hold it off, is you're holding back and it just goes snap. And it's like it's actually made you
sink into
more...
it. Yeah.
You're more planted that way and you're able to push back against the attack.
You get the cool anime, the ground.
Love
The
it.
force of it just compresses the ground around us. Yeah. And then she saunters back, sits back on her haunches, and the doors swing open behind me. And I clop out.
What does that sound like? There we go.
I feel like you need the coconuts.
Yeah.
Donate now so we can buy some coconuts.
Yes, you can add coconuts as an environmental object if you donate.
Please do. I got a
All
lovely
right.
bunch of coconuts.
Now, Blythe has not been with us for the past 2 sessions, so she has been in her crucible a very long time as Spectre. So let's discuss that, because the last thing that you did, you were with us going through the field of masks, where something from your past made a deal with the Fallen to essentially teach you a lesson, and because your wingmates are connected to you through the Dawn energy, all of them also had the same issue, where masks jumped out and adhered to your faces that amplified your worst fears / worst sides of yourself.
I had a good time.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, and Spectre pushed against it and really didn't have the mask drop off till she died, because she wasn't able to come to grips with it and really learn the lesson in the daylit world of what that mask was trying to teach her, because it was a mask that made you paranoid.
Very paranoid. So yes.
And complicated.
Garbage.
But
In so many ways.
I love that album.
so basically when she got thrust back into her crucible, she died because the puppeteer called her out to all of the enemies, and that's basically they all attacked her at once, and she died that way.
Yeah, and it was a very bitter death.
Very bitter.
And when she came back into her crucible, she's not alone in there anymore either.
Nope, she has a spirit with her. She has the Atabi spirit hanging out.
Just chilling.
Yeah, when she's not there, it's lying on the beaches of the summer shore, just enjoying
With sunglasses,
itself. Yeah,
having a Mai Tai.
Yeah.
Totes.
totally.
All the dead things get to just enjoy their time in this game.
Yeah. It's like it says something about me as a GM.
We should play Wraith one day. Anyway.
But yeah, so she, when she died, it kind of messed with her, and part of the reason she's not really sure if she's coming back or not. She's been kind of dealing with this, do I even want to do this anymore? Should I even do this anymore?
Did she learn a lesson from her encounter with the mask?
She learned that she needs to be more respectful of the earthly world, because before she was kind of living, by Shadowvar in that she had more respect for the dead, and it kind of left her in more of so she would just kind of do things in the other world, thinking, well, we're all going to die eventually, it doesn't really matter. And now she's kind of maybe I should have had more respect for those who are living.
Which is not the only lesson of the mask, though.
No.
Because the mask it made you paranoid and distrustful of everyone. So the lesson of the mask was to have a little more faith and trust in those that are working with you.
Yeah. That's still kind of... She's definitely learning that, but she's still not... She's coming to terms with the guilt and things that she's dealt with, but it's still not fully realized for her. But it's coming together.
Does she go and interact with the spirit? Which consequently, was while you were in your crucible, Vigil managed to make contact into your crucible, but was only able to talk to the wolf spirit, wasn't able to penetrate far enough to be able to talk to you. Because you're still not a very high level phoenix with a full grasp of everything that the crucible is, but the spirit is obviously a spirit and is a little bit beyond all of that, and actually had a conversation with him.
I mean, she would want to know about that if she can. But she won't ask about that. But she also, I think, is asking for the spirit.
What did she say to the spirit? Because she actually, last time she was in there, the spirit said she asked to be taught, and the spirit said, it will teach you as you're ready.
Yeah. So she...
Well, it would probably come and tell you that Vigil had some contact. One of your fellows came through somehow to try and communicate with you.
Which one?
I did not ask.
Did you get a glimpse of the appearance?
We only communicated.
Well, what were they asking? Why were they there?
They were concerned about your safety. They wanted to make sure that you were okay.
That's odd.
Asked for answers that I could not give, wanting to know about the nature of the problem being faced, the reason that I was brought forth, and the reason that I now linger in your crucible.
Did you tell him anything?
There was very little information to give, not any more than I have already given you. But we do see that this last death was a very strange one, very different from the past ones.
Well, death by betrayal doesn't really get any different, but this one was a little bit more hurtful, I guess you could say.
Well, perhaps you can understand me better now. Understand why and what I am.
Through bitterness?
Sometimes there are other ways to learn, and sometimes defeat is the best way to learn. To learn to be stronger, to be more fierce, to be more protective.
Would you consider yourself a trusting spirit? Did you ever rely on others in your time?
I am a singular thing. I am what I am. There are no others that are precisely like me for which I can interact. But I do think perhaps you are ready to learn a lesson from me.
I would like that.
And I think perhaps when you return that I will be able to help you. Do you accept my help?
I do.
Do you accept that it means that there will be a part of you that is inseparable from me?
Yes.
Then I will do what I can. Put that in your deck.
I want an evil spirit in my crucible present.
Well, I get afflictions.
I don't have an evil spirit. I have some sort of weird Cthulhu thing.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
And I'm pretty sure he's part of the decoration, so...
And Sharon,
at
who
last
is
I
one
checked,
of the...
I guess Sharon
Yeah.
qualifies.
Yeah.
spirit wasn't
Yeah.
evil, just corrupted.
Yeah, we don't. Sharon just seems like more of a troublemaker, a trickster.
Chaotic neutral
And
is the
yeah,
term I
and
use.
yours is just
Yeah.
a spirit that.
Was a spirit
Is-
of protection, but
Well,
got corrupted
I guess more
by...
Yeah.
awful neutral?
Yeah, so not
Yeah,
evil.
whatever.
Okay, fine. I want a fun spirit.
Chaotic neutral. Sharon is definitely chaotic neutral.
There you go.
I'm not sure what my spirit alignment would be, but...
Lawful wolf.
Lawful wolf. As opposed to me, which is chaotic wolf all
Bound
the
to
time.
laws of nature.
Rad.
Is there anything else you wanted to do in your crucible?
I mean...
Now, you get a tattoo every time that you go into your crucible. So when you come back, you're coming back with a different marking this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell everyone what that is?
Since this death was more bitter and awful for her, she's coming back this time with this is like a more noticeable one. All of our other tattoos look very artfully designed. They're very like delicate, beautiful drawing. Like
And this is just a tribal tattoo.
This
Like, really,
look-
like bro
Yeah.
down.
this.
She comes back with a butterfly tramp stamp.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one looks like someone kind of just carved it into her skin,
Ow.
and it is a mask and a dagger.
Owie.
Now, I will tell you that slightly behind that, there is a slight discoloration that appears in sort of a grayish tone, and it is, if you look at it very hard, just the shadowiest outline of a wolf.
And sax.
And what?
Sax.
I was about to
Okay.
say, like, sex.
I'm like, what?
Well, folks, got a new thing
Sex
for
guy.
TV nerds.
Oh my.
Because part of it is that she's been coming to terms with the guilt of something that she did in her lifetime, and that's why the dagger is there.
Yep. All right. So you all go through your crucibles. You come back to Pyre. You were still around with Vigil at the place where you were able to tear from the dusk into the daylit world. Vigil has decided he needs some time with everything that's happened and to come to terms with it, and asks that you go back to Pyre on your own. So I imagine you do that. Okay, I'm just checking in case you just wanted to go fuck off somewhere else for a while. And you come back, and all of your wingmates are back, including Spectre, who you have not seen in a while, and whatever you look like now, because you've been just waiting to tell everyone.
So you notice, because we're already standing there, you notice pretty far away from the pyre, there's a huge scorch mark and some destroyed tables. And one of my eyes is kind of like smoke. It's kind of like smoky, milky white, like there's no pupil in it. My teeth are much more elongated. And you see, I'm still breathing a little fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay, that's new. Well, that was fun.
Now, you wouldn't have interacted with him yet, so just FYI, but you feel the connection between each other because of the dawn energy that connects all wings to their
Spectre.
wingmates.
Yes.
Ha! I got it in one.
And you are?
Oh, sorry. I'm Leviathan.
Nice to meet you, I think.
I think we're wingmates.
I mean, yes, I'm guessing so, but...
Yeah, see, oh, hey, you're here. Nice. Him and his boyfriend were arguing about you, and I was trying to figure out why, so it's nice to meet you.
Are you going to keep belaboring that point? What do you...
I'm sorry, do you not
Wait, did
like
he
the
and
term?
Vigil finally start just getting that out?
They're not?
Really?
I thought they were just being
This
shy.
is... You come back after weeks, and this is... Okay.
It's good to see you
Welcome
again.
back.
It was an attempt at a joke.
Yeah,
You're-
don't try making those anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I had a bit of a bumpy landing. I've never been flung out of my crucible before, but apparently that can happen.
It wasn't quite hard enough, though, was it?
Really missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
Missed you most of all, Scarecrow.
Where
Right?
did you guys find this one?
I found them.
Yeah, bad luck is what I would chalk that up to.
Little ball of perky, this
You're
one.
looking different, a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can sit down anymore. I've been staring at this chair for like 30 minutes now. And
He has. It's been fucking hilarious.
I don't know.
Do we just need to stick you in a labyrinth for a while?
I like her.
All right.
Okay.
Now, don't start seeing red.
Is anybody going to fill anybody else in?
Yeah, what is going on since I've been gone?
Hey,
It's more fun if you guys give the exposition.
Yeah.
now look, I've been doing my own thing for a while, so you two, you start doing the show. You do that showman thing, right? So get on that.
Yeah.
Is he still doing that?
We've been sent on
And remember, guys, you can
Rude.
donate to see that.
Rude.
even more
How's it rude? You do
missions.
that.
We were actually grounded following that little episode where last we saw each other with the field of mass and
I'm sorry
various
about that.
new friends and old friends When we returned, we were sent on a mission to track down a couple of phoenixes who apparently were spying for our friend Ink, who you may be aware of at this point in time.
It's
And
not good news.
we, as usual, we mostly failed that mission, I would say. Some of us died, again. But, those two phoenixes definitely died. Turned out there was a mind bomb connected to them, so if they told us what was going on, they would just detonate. It was
totally in character, by the way.
pretty cool. It's very cool.
When we returned, Varya had disappeared, and we went looking for her. We had to go to the dusk, seeking who or what is causing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mind bomb thing, it was some creature in the dusk, and we went to go say hi to it.
While you guys have been doing all this, I've been doing recon work for Miss Varia.
So he says.
Miss Aria.
The missing Miss Marshall.
So formal.
It's polite.
Well, he's already wearing his Sunday best, isn't he?
I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, wow. I'm still trying to figure you out.
Where does Godzilla find pants?
I don't know.
Boss stretchy.
The idea of Godzilla in pants just made my fucking weekend.
He's not Godzilla fully yet. Mostly he kind of looks like the Kraken from the old Harryhausen film.
Okay.
He's
I'll buy
looking
that.
like a little.
Yeah.
He's looking like a cross between that and a anime monster man right now.
He's like Godzuki.
He's.
Oh god! He's so adorable.
Do not put that on my house.
so
Do not put Godzuki on my house.
Little
I pay
poops are being
taxes.
smoked.
I come out. I run the birthday tech. I don't deserve this treatment. Good day, everyone. Good day.
I only laugh because I made that same excuse. I'm wearing pants. Come on, what do you want?
God, I love that Saturday morning cartoon Godzilla.
I watched the hell out of it when I was a kid.
I think we all did.
Godzuki was the worst.
A very small phoenix comes running up to you,
Oh God.
and it's no one. Her name is no one. It's not that she's no one. It's her name. They took Varia.
Wait, what?
They took her away. I saw something, but they definitely no one really notices me, so I see things, and I couldn't see her, but I knew she was there, and a couple of phoenixes that they took her, and one wearing a heavy robe, and they went to the flame, and they went somewhere with her, and
Do you know where they might have gone? No one. And who's been with you?
I mean, she's been gone for a while, and so I didn't know, so I went looking, and most don't seem to notice me, so I've been sneaking around, and I've been looking and trying to figure out, and it seems they had her here for a while hidden, but something happened, and some of the phoenixes woke up. There's been something going on. They've been talking to some of the marshals, and I saw them taking something. I couldn't quite see her, but I knew it was her, and they took her to the flame, and they took her somewhere.
Some of the marshals took Varia.
No, some phoenixes. Some phoenixes took her.
Was Miles there?
They did. I think they did something to Miles, but I don't really understand. But I want to help. I want to help save Varia because she's helped me.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you came to us, Nolan. I don't know if you feel comfortable. Do you want to, wherever we go, do you want to come along?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and yeah.
Yeah,
she's
stick
the
with me.
only one that's been helping me aside from you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go find Varia, but we need to. I don't know, guys. Do you think we go to the marshals? We don't
go to
have
the
much of a
flame.
lead here.
we go to the flame and find out where they went.
All right.
I don't think asking the marshals about a missing marshal.
Taking care of taking care of that monster was the only thing Varya told me to do in case she went missing. So I'm
no
with
one's
it.
our lead.
No one's our
And
lead.
You're taking us to the flame. All right.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you, no one.
How many times have you died?
Few too many.
She seems like not okay with you, but
Don't
did
worry.
she's like very upsetting.
How did
So-
she feel about the fact that I'm like,
Well,
Mostly a
you
Minotaur.
saved her
yeah.
that first time. So,
So
as
she's
a
just
reminder
okay
for
with
anybody
the
who
weirdness.
doesn't remember, no one was saved when she was basically bound to an evil spirit out in another city when you guys were going to get the Builder and Architects Guild to
In the
help out
haunted
with
house.
everything.
Yeah.
And it was found out that no one was actually pulled from her first crucible. She died as a child, and she had not even come back once as a phoenix at the time that she was taken out of her crucible. So when Scar sacrificed himself and they both burned out, that was when she came back for the first time as a phoenix. So she's actually a level 1
Okay.
phoenix. She's super fresh.
Just squishy little baby.
But Varya she's a bitter, and Varya took her under tutelage to help her out.
Alright.
So she's been mostly staying with Varya.
Yeah. And now
So-
I'm her only link inside the Phoenix command.
Yeah.
So
So she leads you over to the Imperial Flame, and Miles is there. And she just kind of looks to you all for direction. She's never been out of Pyre as a Phoenix. She has never used the flame and does not know how this works, nor has she really interacted with Miles, who doesn't really seem to take full notice of her. You notice her because she's come up to you guys, but it seems like even when you're walking through with her, everybody's looking at you, but nobody really seems to quite notice that she's there. Can I help you, Phoenixes?
So we have a couple of questions, Miles, and I want to apologize for the way I treated you a little while back there. I lose my head from time to time. You can probably see that I don't have things entirely under control.
I've seen Phoenixes like you before.
Okay, you don't have, that doesn't have to be like a judgment call. I'm apologizing.
Look, sorry, I've been having sort of a rough time.
Yeah, we're
You okay, champ?
actually.
I'm not really sure it's any of your business.
All right.
So we know that the last few times we've been through here, it's been a little bit touchy, and so I hate to bring this up, but we're missing an important friend of ours, and from what we've learned, it turns out that she passed through this flame not too long ago while being held captive. We were told that a phoenix in a heavy robe, maybe, and I turned to no one, and I'm like, do you have any more, can you describe anything more about him? We need a little bit more to go on.
She just kind of shakes her head, but Miles also looks distressed about this. I told you I was having some problems. I mean, I might not be the person to help you, Phoenix.
And who would if it's not you?
Wait a minute, what do you mean by problems?
It's obvious he's not going to just give up this information. This is something that's like
Oh, come on, buddy.
unsettling.
I put an arm around him, and I get a nice big toothy grin.
That seems to upset him.
Come on, buddy. We're all friends here.
Are we?
You want to be my friend. I promise you that.
Why does that sound more like a threat than
Oh,
actually
boy.
friendship?
What?
Listen, if you're not capable of helping us. Could you point us in the direction of someone who will help us?
Look, it's not that I don't want to help you. It's just,
But what, buddy? Friendo? Compadre?
he climbs up even more.
I
Oh God, are you gonna?
play.
Oh God, what are you doing?
What?
I'm not gonna hit anybody.
Oh, I was gonna help.
Why does nobody have diplomacy on the swing?
So
I punch it.
I'm trying.
You know, I have leadership, and I'm gonna.
I have
I'm
something in my
feel
mind.
I'm trying
I
to
have
be
fire.
a little bit more fluid, and I lean into Miles. I'm like, I understand that whatever is happening, like you are worried, you're afraid, and I get that. But we're all afraid. One of the reasons we're even here to talk to you is that there is something way out of our control that is going to tear us all apart if we don't find out where they went. We're missing a Marshall, Miles.
What is your spread there?
So it's that
Is
I'm
it
like
15 and fear?
yeah, 15 fear.
Look, I know we don't always see eye to eye, and it's not just about me not wanting to help or just being afraid. I honestly can't remember. Somebody's done. I can't remember. There's a pocket missing from my head, and I can't remember.
Do you have psychometry
how
in your
would
hand
we-
somehow?
I have exactly
Yes.
that in
Yes.
my hand right now.
How would we find like the mind bombs? Is there a way that we could search for something like that or something connected to that energy?
Well, that was specifically the monster, and you took
Okay.
out the monster, so all of those connections. Remember when
many
it
cards
destroyed,
do I
like
get?
all
5,
of those
6.
little bits of it came flooding back in and just like dissipated. So all of those are gone. So
Whatever this is something different.
yeah, and no one did tell you it seemed like some of the phoenixes woke up. So there was some kind of discussion happening. So remember, the phoenixes you were chasing didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So that's gone. So you can't track something that isn't there anymore. So basically that shackle you've broken that. So what do you got for me?
I was going to use, I guess, spycraft in this case would be the skill. But I have psychometry.
Mhm.
So she kind of reaches out and like takes his hand. And I'm going to burn 2 sparks to
And
use that. But also this is, if I can math, 5, 8 plus 5, 13.
and
that
then
adds,
I'm going to discard this for 3, so that takes you 16.
Okay. Do you say anything to him, or are you just taking his hand?
I take his hand and I'm kind of just like, hey, listen. There's some not so good people at work here, and it seems like they're working with phoenixes inside the system. And if there's anything you could help us, like tell us,
Okay.
that would help us. That would be great.
Okay. So you kind of get pulled into his head, and you're able to kind of go in there and look at everything, and you see sort of the natural passage of the day, people coming in and out of the flame and things like that. But you do notice that he has these flickers of a memory, and it's very broken. Even though you've managed to delve in, whatever it is that has caused this problem in his brain, like it is seriously powerful stuff. So he's getting sort of these flickers and flashes that you can see of a couple of phoenixes taking something, and you kind of can't quite get a beat on it, but it's something that they're struggling with to get into the flame. And there's another phoenix that's heavily cloaked that's going along with them. And you get sort of a sense of where he was sending them, and that he was told what the coordinates were, where they were going to, and said, oh yeah, of course, I can do that for you, and set the flame, and they stepped through, and as the cloak figure was starting to step into the flame, like that's when things kind of went dark. But you can pull out sort of whereabouts he sent them through the flame, and you kind of get this flash in your mind that's reminiscent that you remember, and it's actually the area that is nearest to Cartasia in Alona, which is actually the very first area that you were all sent to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take this quick moment to point out. So he has a giant lizard man with an arm around him. He's got a bull on the other side of him, and now he has this super tattooed goth girl holding his hand.
Who's also
Miles
I
is-
love it.
Miles
She's
has
also
seen some
partly
weird
ghost.
shit. Okay,
She's part
Miles has
see-through.
seen the last wing from the first season go through. This is not even.
Oh no. I just being the doorman to any of these places must
Yeah.
be really interesting.
Super interesting. So that's what you get, and then you kind of pull back out, and you're like back out of that memory.
Thank you, Miles.
I'm not really sure what I did.
I know where he sent them.
You do.
I don't know if it's your fault exactly. It seems like someone messed with you, or
Maybe let's try
Are you
to
implying it might be my fault?
implying that someone did
Spectre.
something to you.
Let's not assign blame.
That's what not.
I'm not really
Yeah.
sure
Just
what
saying
you want
it's
from
not
me,
his
Phoenix.
fault.
Hey, buddy, you're all right.
Word
Pat.
selection. Miles has a tough job. Let's.
You know, we normally
No,
get along,
someone
but I
messed
don't
with
understand what this is now. You're
Very
being
true.
a little overly
not his
familiar
fault.
than you usually
Someone
are.
did
I
it
liked
to
it better when you were a little
I
more
don't think he ever thought
standoffish
it was
and
his fault.
businesslike.
Do you know where he
I
sent them?
think he did because he seems pretty.
I blame
stressed.
hanging out with them.
I think it's more the memory loss.
Yeah, well, rest. But yes, I know where to go.
Okay.
Great.
We need to go. Remember our first mission? Cartasia?
Yeah, I remember it very well. I imagine you have a pretty vivid recollection
That's
of it
where
yourself.
we're going.
Cool. I love wolf people.
That wasn't from that.
Wasn't it the?
No, the city of Cartasia is actually where you went for the very first time when you guys were brand new, and you had to go, and it was a diplomatic mission to secure the council's
And we
help.
fought the undead. Oh,
Yeah.
and I killed my sister.
Yes, your sister was already undead, and you killed her again.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Man, Tuesdays are crazy.
But for me, it was Tuesday. So are you gonna ask Miles to send you there, or?
I mean, do we think it's a good enough lead to just go? Do you think there's something else we need to investigate here?
I think it's our only lead.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else here.
All right, then we should go.
All right. Good luck, and maybe if you can find the one that scrambled my brains, I would appreciate that.
Try our best.
So he goes ahead and basically sets the flame for your trajectory and invites you to fucking leave.
Your name's nobody, right?
No one.
No one. Sorry. Have you done this before?
No.
All right.
I don't.
How
What are we
honest do
doing?
want to be?
So.
Okay.
This might be a bit of a shock, but we're basically going to. We're going to travel somewhere else by jumping into this flame.
Yeah. Look, kid, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just close your eyes, hold your breath. Just a couple seconds, and then we're done.
And I'll be here the whole time.
She nods and she actually takes your hand.
Good kid.
Yeah. You ready?
No.
All right, on 3, 1, and I jump.
Yeah, that's how I taught my son.
Bandana
Bandana
burn!
burn!
Thank you for whatever
Thank
it is.
That's how I
Good
taught my
timing
son to
with this
swim.
tender moment.
Yeah. We just got past it now.
Yes. So my dad taught me to swim too, and I jump in.
Awesome.
After you, Duros,
All right.
and then Spectre just walks in.
All right. So you got it. Just leave that up for me if you would.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I love how
crap.
easily panicked you guys are. I think that's really my favorite.
When
part.
Well, now I have a
every
child
page for
with
the book.
me.
It's Bandana Man. There's no reason not to be bad.
Yeah.
Take a look. It's in a book. Gonna kill you.
Plus, I have like my little friend with me now too, so like the negative things will be a little bit more intense.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what's in here anymore.
Yeah.
Negative players are going to be very rough today if they come up.
Yeah. She hasn't seen me like in panic mode yet, and I feel like that's not going to be like instilling a lot of confidence.
Oh my god.
Oh, poor
bad.
little thing.
Oh my god. She's so scared.
So pretend I didn't say any of that, chat, because
Chat never forgets.
Remember.
Okay.
Like elephants.
So you guys go through and you are dumped out into the area from whence you were dropped the first time. So
All right, and how's no one?
she just
And I know I said we'd go on 3, but it's like ripping off a Band-Aid.
What's a Band-Aid?
Oh.
Yeah, what is that?
Thank you,
Jamie
Jamie
Skull.
Skull.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow. It's like ripping off the most prominent branded form
bandages.
of bandage in.
Yeah, I think
Our
we have
world,
bandages,
right?
but they're not like.
Yeah.
It's like removing a bandage that's been on there for a couple days.
Gotcha.
Gotta
So
do it
like
fast.
pus comes out. And
Yeah.
Sort of like a
Guys.
stench of
Yeah.
death. Right.
What's up, kid?
Sorry. No, I know it's a lot, but it gets
It's easier.
easier.
It does get easier.
It's just as bad.
Will you go away?
I'm ripping bandages off. What?
Okay. I'm
So
sure
this
there's a
plus-
link in the chat.
It's coming.
Okay, I'm not.
Oh, no.
I can't. No, I
Stop
would like.
looking.
I would like to continue
Wait a
to
minute,
be
is that
a GM on the screen,
Okay.
on the screen. I don't know. I can't word anymore now.
What did you do?
What? You broke our DM.
I want to see.
Does not
How do I
compute.
see?
Does not compute.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, I can't quite turn this around without like.
Yeah. Well, you guys can look at it
We'll look at
later,
it
or send me a link and I'll share with the table. But we're not going to put that up on the screen because
Yes.
I need Dom to let me keep doing this because we have this and 3 more episodes. So
Wolfman, can you grab
Anyway.
it? Can you put it in the in the Facebook thing, and I'll just leave it at that. Right?
yeah.
The
Okay.
Facebook thing? I want to be on the Facebook thing.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a story. Varya's been kidnapped. There's a small child phoenix with you that's terrified.
Yeah, but sexy wolves and bulls? Come on now.
I'm
assuming.
I wasn't expecting you to see that so soon, but that's okay.
It was just like a corner of my eye thing where I'm like, what the fuck?
That face needs to be your action image.
Also,
Bandana
I
Man's
thought
master
maybe
restoration.
Bandana Man had wrought more craziness than
that's bandana.
than that, so that's why I was also confused.
Oh.
Anyway, stuff's happening. Continue.
So
Yep, even dumped off at this
I
area.
mean, our best
All right,
bet,
what's it look like?
yeah.
Oh, now
who's-
you're just trying to kill time. It looks like an area.
No,
I
who's
don't know what area-
present? There, we need to find
Yeah,
somebody.
So I mean, you're gonna have the Flamekeeper's gonna be there, probably a
Okay.
couple of attendants. There might be some phoenixes milling about, but it's not a terribly active thing. Most of the activities back at Pyre with a couple of outcroppings where there's attendants, maybe a couple of guards, especially because this is sort of a strategic area, and then the Flamekeeper, which is the most important person there essentially. Which are
Okay.
usually mortals that have been tied to the flame, not necessarily phoenixes.
All right, Doros. I'm gonna stick with no one. Can you talk to the Flamekeeper and see if they have any recollection of a cloaked figure and somehow people smuggling a 14-foot tall wolf?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
She gets taller with every retelling. I know that.
This will be an odd question.
They always are.
Do you not remember anybody coming through here recently?
It's an airy flame. A lot of people come through.
Do you have any mysterious gaps in your memory past few days?
What do you know about that?
We don't know. We're trying to find out. When did it happen?
Recently, I thought maybe I'd had a little too much to drink. I don't have a problem, mind you. I don't have a problem.
Nobody's judging. Nobody's judging.
It's just, when you deal with, as often as I do, sometimes you need a little drink.
These people are monsters. I understand.
Did he just say McWingface?
Okay, one, I resent that remark.
I don't really care what you resent.
I
Not
can-
that I've been drinking recently and have no filter.
I can eat you, you alcoholic. I'd like to make a.
I have a plan, but that plan might not work with you on the team. So never mind.
Wow.
You could talk to me. Look, it's
Don't
not like I
forget
wanted to
the
not work with you
lesson
guys.
of your crucible.
I was saying that we should probably head to the town and talk to the council that we befriended so dearly, but they might not take so kindly to the way we all look.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't been here in a while, and I haven't been here since I was alive.
Yeah,
So.
that's.
You'd be taking a real stab going to the town. And going to the town, I'll remind you, took close to a day's walk.
Could I use my navigation skill for
I
tracking?
don't have psychometry now.
Marathons are one with tracking.
Burning through.
Okay.
Nah.
So,
That seems
Not
like a
worth
stretch.
it. Not worth it.
I'd say maybe when you're out of the area, because the area is, it's just, stone, and I mean, there really isn't anything to track here.
Fair enough.
But I would consider letting you use navigation somehow otherwise.
Mm.
So what do you guys want to do? You've got a very surly flamekeeper with a potential gap in their memory from
And a drinking
alcohol
problem.
and or bad phoenixes.
He's got layers of problems.
How many people are at this area? Is there anybody who would have seen comings or goings that wouldn't have been directly in the way of people, like up in a tower or a distant outpost?
Actually, that's a great idea. What if we just went around and just asked basically everyone in the area if they've seen a 14, 15 tall foot wolf?
I
They're an extra foot for you.
I mean, there's attendants, there's guards that are here all the time. Phoenixes are kind of going in and out because they've got various missions that they're going on.
We got Phoenix shit to do.
Yeah.
But do any of them recall a 16-foot tall wolf?
Why don't you go and ask some?
God, that sounds exhausting. I'll let you take care of that, Levi.
Yeah, you got it. I haven't been called out in a while. All right. I find another attendant, one that's not this alcoholic mess. Excuse me.
Yes.
Have you seen a... How do I even put this? Have you seen a cloaked figure in a 16-foot tall wolf?
How does she even fit through doors?
Now she doesn't anymore.
There's a lot of cloaked figures around here.
Yeah, I
And
know.
so,
That's
the
kind of like asking, have you seen someone wearing jeans? It's just one of those things.
jeans.
They're the new fad. I don't know. Like, they're big in the South.
Oh, that's where they say McWing face.
I know. Yeah.
It's not silent in the South.
I don't get them either.
I shed a
I mean,
single
we've
silent
seen
tear.
some odd ones coming through, but
Any you can't remember?
no giant wolves, though.
Like anyone that just got any gaps in your memory? That's a better question. That's what I should have started with. I'm
Not
good
that
at
I'm
this.
aware. I mean, I sleep sometimes. Unlike you, I have to sleep occasionally.
Must be nice.
I don't
Hey, I
hate
miss
it.
it. I miss it. All right. Well,
I don't.
where the hell did you come from? Well, you want to take a stab at this?
I mean, in the past few days, has there been anyone acting strangely or just out of the ordinary? Not, and I don't mean like typical Phoenix out of the ordinary, like
That's
this one
just
here.
rude, okay?
I'm out of the ordinary.
Hey,
I can literally see through you.
Is there
I'm
like
just
a
part apparition. That's not that weird.
recommendations / like
You think I want to look like this?
customer review box somewhere? I can fill something out? Because I don't feel like we're getting the best treatment here.
He points at the exit gates.
Fair enough.
Horrible place to keep a complaint box, but okay.
We're not really making any headway here.
No, we are not.
That's the thing, though, is Phoenix, there's a lot of weird stuff coming through. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific with them.
Do we have a
Then a
specific
giant
time,
wolf.
that we've narrowed down?
And a 17-foot tall wolf.
thinking-
Okay. All right,
You
that's
have
great.
no one with you.
I appreciate the consistency.
When did this happen? Do you remember specifically
Last night,
last night?
it was dark because it would be easier. But like I said, I knew it was her, but I also didn't see her. I don't know if that makes sense.
So she was shrouded or obscured in some way. So if you're the only one who even sensed her, there's a fair chance that no one here is going to remember or saw her in the first place.
I mean, other phoenixes kind of looked by it. They just figured it was some kind of normal phoenix business.
I'm going to look for the smallest, most inconsequential looking person in the area and ask them if they've seen anything
Okay.
last night.
Okay. You find an attendant that's kind of just sort of sulking off in a corner a little bit. She just looks a little, kind of like kicking at rocks and things like that. Just kind of generally ignored.
Were you working on? What were you doing last night?
Why do you want to know?
That's always.
Well, we have a lot of people here that don't seem to pay much attention to the goings-ons.
I know. Just tell me about it. Just no one ever notices. I want to be a flame keeper, and they just don't notice. Keep pushing me out of the way.
You spend a lot of time around the flame.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm training to do. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Do you remember a group coming in last night? A large wolf and robed figures.
Large wolf? No.
Just the robed figures, perhaps.
Well, there was one of them that was wearing a robe, but the other two weren't.
Two? What were the other two like?
Gosh. I mean, one of them was kind of, a little bit more big and hulking and a little more imposing looking, and kind of like their face had started to turn into a skull or something. It was very
That
upsetting.
It's very upsetting.
I look
other
at
one-
you.
Thank you, Bandana Man, for whatever it is.
Gentlemen.
The
And
other
then
one,
man.
struck me as being devoted. They always seem to be like bright and lights coming off of them, and they think they're really cool.
Did you see which direction they went off in?
Brainmaster.
Like right now?
Right now.
Right now.
All right. All right.
Little one, you strike me as someone who's the sort of make a fantastic flame keeper one of these days. Tell me
I
something.
keep telling them that.
Exactly. You are the sort of person that we could use in this fight against the dread.
Really?
Tell you what, why don't you come along with us and we'll see
you
about
want me
making
to
you
come
something
with you?
special. Absolutely.
But why?
Because you are the kind of person that we need. You are the sort of person that Wing like this Defiant McWing face circles around.
Oh, we
You.
don't say
We
wing
don't-
face here because we're
That
in the
is,
north.
he
You
does
know
not
what?
speak for the. I'm sorry, he
Yeah.
does not speak for.
But I'm
The
useful.
people with
I
more-
could be useful. I wish that they noticed that I could be useful.
You're darn right that you
Definitely
can be
needs your
useful.
help.
I was, yes.
But maybe a lot of the things coming out of his mouth might be a little bit.
But he wants my help.
Hyperbole.
Absolutely. We
Wait, are you
need
saying
every
he's lying?
last hand we
No,
can get.
no. No, not saying he's lying. Just
He's trying to sell
You're
you something.
extremely valuable. We need your help. He just has these little episodes.
You, come with us. We need to find out where these people
terrible.
have gone.
That is
This
literally
is
the
it.
worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
This is the thing that's going to make you. I
I
promise you.
did see them leave.
I can guarantee you this is the worst
Do
plan
you know
ever.
which direction they were heading off in?
I mean, there's not really a lot around here. I mean, there's Cartesia and there's the burned out city and
The what now?
The burned out city?
Martinford.
Martinford,
yeah.
you know?
Martinford.
Like, there's that place, and then there's some other roads.
What's your
and,
name, little one?
You know, the roads leading south to they say McWing face. It's
if
a
I was
Janie.
gonna take
Janie.
18
Janie,
foot
you
tall
are
wolf
a
woman
marvel.
somewhere,
Your
probably go to the
assistance
first city.
will break
Yeah.
this thing wide open.
Yeah?
And then, who knows, someday soon you could be the one there bound to the flame.
Does he have an off switch?
I would like that.
And just
Uh,
the Flame Keepers are. You guys aren't quite as, let's say, resilient
I'm not a flame keeper,
as we.
but that's what I want to be.
The only way to become a
Yeah.
flame keeper is to get into it. Get into the thick of it.
No.
Do
Get
not
into
with
the
us.
flame?
No,
No.
no, honey, don't do that. Do not do that.
The way to become a flame keeper is to keep staying here and training and working hard
I
and
have them,
believing.
but they don't notice that I'm here.
We will make
You gotta
sure
bro-
they
you gotta
make
shine
sure-
Will
right.
will you talk to them?
We'll put
Yes.
in a
I
good
will.
word.
I will put in a good word for you, and if not, I am a giant lizard man, and I will terrify them into listening to you. Sound good?
You are very terrifying.
I'm aware. I hate the way I look, and I avoid my reflection every day.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think that's a
Better
really
than
good basis for
breathe fire
judgment.
now.
That's actually the nicest thing anyone said to me since I died. Thank you. Okay. I think we have our location. Stop trying to get this girl killed. Keep studying, stay in school. All right, come on.
We'll
Can I
make-
still keep taking drugs?
Sure.
Yeah, but only if you
Just take the soft stuff.
only if you drink them.
Physically
can't stop
soft
you.
or
You know what? I'm not your dad.
all right. So where are you guys gonna go?
We're gonna head towards Martinford because.
And on the way, I'm gonna give no one a little lecture on why they should stay in school, don't do drugs, don't listen to that woman.
She's dead. She's a phoenix.
I'm aware, but still, it's like the dad. You gotta remember, Levi had a son. It's like this weird sort of pre-programmed thing in him. He has
She
to do
just
it to
kind of
someone.
keeps edging further away from you and more behind Scar.
Yeah. And I just.
What is
I
wrong
just-
with kids these days? Oh my God! You almost got her. You were gonna get her killed.
What? I was just gonna make her a star. I was gonna make her the center of attention. I was gonna bring her success beyond her wildest dreams.
Delicious.
You know what it takes to
do
be
you want?
successful?
Yeah, seconded. I would like a beer
Can
after
you hand me a water?
I need one now.
that.
You guys have done this to me.
Yeah.
Peroni.
Beautiful.
And we do not have any waters left. Would you like a Dr. Pepper or something? I'm sorry.
Have a beer, please.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Last one.
Don't mind if I do.
I almost went in the Darth
Oh,
Vader.
nice.
Keep asking Wolfman. Never mind.
It took me a second to realize there was a beer in my face at all.
Story of my life.
I thought you were supposed to be the Shrouded.
A really tired Shrouded.
Wake up!
Wake up, Pearl. Okay, sorry. Had to get that
Yeah.
out of my system.
While you're lecturing Noah, like as she edges behind me, I just kind of put my arm up and give you a weird look, like.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I mean, kind of before you know it,
I
you
forgot.
notice,
My son's dead.
like,
Don't have to be a dad anymore.
She's actually like taking your hand. You know, she's very quiet.
And I smile, look down, and then realize the others might be watching, and just continue on my way. I don't want them to know I care. I'm only holding her hand
Do I still
because
have that app?
she
I
wants
probably
to
still
do
have
that.
that app on my phone.
Oh, good lord. Okay, so you guys are heading to Martinford then.
That's where she said they were headed?
Well, no, she said that she was naming places that were around.
Right.
So you have the city of Cartesia, which is where you guys went that had the council. You. She's like 9.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was like 18. Never
No,
mind.
no,
Fuck that. That's gross.
She's my little sister,
Okay,
basically.
well,
That was
no,
gross.
she-
Never mind.
He gets a pass because he has not encountered that character before. He didn't
Yeah.
know. It's not anything weird.
That was gross. I apologize.
No, she was
Disgusting.
actually basically Ink pulled her out of her crucible. She was a child that died and was brought into a crucible. He pulled her out before she even came back as a phoenix once.
Oh, okay.
Because he was able to basically bind a house god to her that was vengeful and was causing a whole haunted house scenario.
Yeah,
It was
he's kind of a
nasty,
dick.
nasty.
That
shit.
sounds awesome. I need episode 3? 4?
I think it was 3.
Okay, I'm watching that today.
So.
Yeah. And I basically sacrificed my life to free no one from.
That's
he
adorable.
went
His
in
stupid
and like
trap, yeah.
embraced her, and they both like flamed out.
That's
Yeah.
very cute.
And that's why she's like a little attached to me.
Okay.
And like I might have killed my little sister a couple times in this
Well,
campaign.
and you saw your sister in that house too.
Yeah, exactly. So
Ah.
there's
The
like a
spirit.
lot.
I
Kinda
killed my
can
family
manifest
before
it.
the game started, so I'm fine.
You're a murderer.
Steven is,
Very
Levi's
open.
not.
Okay, so she
I
was
killed Laura
she
Palmer.
was just naming off like kind of what's nearest by,
Right.
and there's also
Thank
there's a
God.
lot of paths heading out into other regions and stuff, but that's really the things nearest there.
But what direction did they go?
I mean, once they leave the gate, like she wasn't watching them leave. There's so many directions that they could have gone. Does anybody want to get clever here on ways to track them down? Your marshal is being drug along there and headed on their way, but can't quite be perceived.
I can do 2 things: blow things up and navigate.
And I've
I
got
could-
shadows, but a dumb hand. So
Could spy
also we have 1 table redraw from last week.
help here?
Oh, wait, we flew all of them, I thought.
You have something that's kind of a rider along with you now, too, from
Oh,
your
true.
crucible. Just
True
a
that.
reminder that has no bearing whatsoever on the situation.
I have a wolf who could probably do tracking things that I can't do.
Maybe.
It could
How
also-
do I call upon that?
Well, you tell me. How do you want to lean into that? And remember, there's sort of that like outline behind the scarring on your from the new scar that you got coming back out.
Oh, are you doing self harm too? No, I thought that was my thing.
Oh, I didn't do this.
Those just happen.
Just listening to my chemical romance.
The Black Raid's a great album. Everyone can shut up.
No, I actually like my chemical romance
So fine.
when I'm in a
Just
really bad
happens when I
mood.
get back from my crucible.
Oh, that's way less aggressive than what happens to me when I get back from mine.
It hurt.
Yeah, this felt great.
I was like, it hurt, but I mean, it is what it is.
You're cute.
All right, so I'm trying to think of how to lean into the fact that I now have an attending spirit with me.
So you're looking for something like phoenixes are essentially supernatural as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost like having a little bit of attendant spirit where it could
Man.
can
Oh, I just realized something I could do.
That's not gonna go well.
I have the arcane.
Yes, you do. You could probably even do a couple of different things to be more successful in being able to locate where they're headed.
I've got shadows, but that probably won't be of any
That
use
weird
until-
phoenix that's got that bandana wrapped around their head.
Where does he come from?
Holy fuck!
I decided that, I hope you don't mind Bandana Man, I've decided that they're actually a forceful, so they run really fast, and just runs by and drops those off and then keeps going.
You just see a bandana just trailing.
Yeah, basically,
The
it's like a
after image?
motion blur
That's
of a
dope.
bandana.
Yeah. Very cool.
And
Thanks!
And also, welcome back, Blythe.
Ooh.
You were trying so hard to think of how to get in tune with this wolf spirit that you feel like you need to verbalize out loud everything going through your head in the form of word vomit.
Right.
Of course, is why you have a mouthful of goldfish.
Yeah, I know.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Not a problem.
You know, I do have this attending wolf spirit that I could probably
You have
make
a what?
use
Yeah,
of.
what?
Use of. She could, she, they, it could probably track
Oh,
where
that's a
we're
much better.
going. But I'm
I was gonna
not
talk to
talking-
Sharon.
Wait, but you have an attending what spirit?
Things happened in my crucible, you know, kind of in between.
She said
like-
wolf.
Yeah, wolf spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, that might come in handy. I mean, I guess we can talk about the particulars later, but okay.
This is
I
such
haven't
a.
really-
This is so much
a
better.
new
I was
thing.
gonna
haven't
call
used this
Sharon.
yet. So I was trying to figure out how to
It
use
sounds like
this.
a wolf is a better
But
idea.
I mean,
That's so
I've
much
got-
better.
I mean, this scar kind of has a little bit of a wolfy thing behind it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Maybe I
You
could
gotta
just
squint,
like
but you see it.
That's kind of hard to see. Could you describe the tattoo?
In detail,
in detail.
using as
Well,
many
if you
adjectives as
notice,
possible.
there's well, it's kind of bumpy and kind of painful. Still a little bit sore. Sometimes if I poke it, it bleeds a little bit.
Ew.
There's a little bit of a mask here. Looks like the one that was stuck on my face last time you guys saw me. There's a
What the
dagger
hell
here
happened
that
to
I
you
used to
guys?
kill my father. It's really great.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, who? What now?
So that's there.
Wait, you
and-
killed your.
Oh, that's why you immediately hated me. Got it. Apart from
What?
me.
What?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I don't hate you. I don't even know you.
That's fair.
You just look like a giant lizard man. I don't really give a shit about you at all.
Fair enough.
Wow. Same with your father?
What?
Same with your father?
Oh, no, that's a long... I mean, he was kind of a terrible human being, and I kind of had to kill him so that I could take over his spy thing. And then,
Leviathan reaches out, screen grabs another beer, passes it open.
Holy crap.
so that I could take over, and yeah, that's how I died, is people didn't really like that a few years into it. They betrayed me and mutiny. Yeah, it was really, really great.
Is that why we got caught up in the field of masks?
That whole thing was your fault?
Well, that was pretty obvious when it said it was my fault.
Holy
which
shit.
I'm sorry
Well, but
about that, guys.
We thought that it was just messing with all of us.
Nope, that was entirely me.
And you pick now and not then when you could have
I
saved
don't
everybody.
trust a lot of people, and I honestly, after that, did not want to come back. I pretty much decided I was pretty okay with dying, and then I talked to the wolf spirit a bit, and then that she was like, I don't know, I think it's a lady? I'm not really sure. The wolf spirit decided, help me learn how to trust people more, so I'm back, and I'm trying to be a little bit more trusting.
Okay,
but
maybe dial back the trusting to like a 7 instead
I
of a
can't,
12.
I don't know what's happening here. I can't stop. I don't want to tell you any of this, guys. This is just going.
This is helpful.
This is just going and going and going. But yeah, I was a spy, leader of a spy syndicate, trading information to the
That seems useful.
Empire.
Wow.
But I don't know who's in charge of that now. I'm assuming it was the person who killed me, but I tried to. I'm hoping that most of the people that did trust me didn't die in the midst of that, though, because, we were trying to do a good thing. We were trying to make use of what was a criminal spy syndicate into a good thing. Yeah, so I don't know how to activate this wolf spirit, but I'm going to try, maybe if I just touch it, maybe it lights up or something.
Well, as a spy, you would know the best way for a group of people trying to hide and run away from an area where they would go, right?
I would assume Martinford, because it's a burned out city that no one is going to hang out in, really, and it's dead. And
You want to do a spread?
Yeah, I do. I want to do a lore spread.
Well, and those initial undead that we encountered were all from the city of Martinford. So might be a ground zero.
I'd also like to make a spread too, if that's possible.
Do it. Just make use of these things.
I don't know what you're doing, but do it.
I'll let her go first.
Okay, so for my lore spread, I guess spycraft spread for how to hide,
15?
yeah, to
What are you doing? Sorry.
spycraft spread to see if I could decide if that's where they, to track or figure out where they would go.
If you were
Or
moseying,
observation
okay,
spread.
if you were moseying around, you try and think about what you would do if you had someone you were trying to restrain. If you were walking around with a 10-foot werewolf, you would not take them to a populated city.
Yeah.
You would take them somewhere where there could be something secure. And Martinford was a complete city and one that was highly fortified against the Dread, even though it was the first city to fall in the attack. But they had set up defenses because it was coming. And they also probably had some places to hide out in the midst of all of that.
Okay, so that's, I guess I would, I want to use my spread to try and activate this wolf spirit to try and actually track them.
I was going to use
What
my
else have you
arcane
got?
knowledge.
I've got
to
deception,
figure that out for you.
lore, observation, spycraft. Oh yeah, you've got that.
Yeah, I actually get really close to the scar and the wolf thing.
Okay.
Maybe it's the fact I have Sharon just kind of hanging out of my soul now. You know, sometimes she looks like my dead son, sometimes she looks like my dead wife, sometimes she looks like the great granddaughter. I've actively avoided because I'm a monster. But
Oh, okay.
Is
Sorry, we
Leviathan
had
saying this out loud to all of us?
no, I wasn't doing the voice.
there
Everybody's got
there
worried
was a
about it.
question as to what no one was doing during all of this. She's just like holding your hand tighter. But because
Yeah.
she's also a bitter, even though she's a low level, like it's almost a little crushing.
That's
It's
a
okay, I understand.
That's a 15 on an arcane spread. Because while she's blabbing, I'm just like, what? Let me get a look at that. Stop moving so much.
She's going to have to. Let's see. It's definitely there, and it's something you can tell that. You weren't there for that, but from what they've described to you of the monster, it's kind of something like that, where there's like a kernel of it that's just sort of in the back of her head that can be triggered, but she's got to kind of let things go and like calm her mind and try and like sink into that a little bit to be able to pull on its abilities, because while it is a giant spirit, it is also at its core a spirit of nature and of wilderness. So she can basically she won't be completely gone, but she can let like sort of a dual control come and let it sort of work in tandem with her to guide her where she needs to go.
Oh. All right. So I pulled.
Hey,
Thanks
silly
for the
Sven.
follow, Silly.
Thank you for the follow.
Hi, thank you.
You're still talking. I just kind of pull away. Yeah, she's gonna need to calm down if she wants to use that thing.
See, I really wish I understood how this word vomiting thing worked, because I really hate it when it happens. It's like him with his ringmaster thing.
Yeah, we all have
Yeah.
our. I'd take this
don't.
opportunity while she's still babbling
This is all you guys.
and Levi's trying to talk her down, and I kneel down to no one, and I just.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Come on, work with me here.
So occasionally we have these moments where we lose a little bit of. I'm not saying you're gonna have it, but I just want you to know that at some point while we're out, like I might need you to just watch me. Just stay close. I'm not gonna, like if it seems like I'm losing it, just remind me that you're here. Okay?
Does that help?
It will.
So she nods,
That's really cute.
and she goes over to Spectre and kind of looks up at her and very like, hey, Bandana Man. Oh, God.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Banana man.
She very quietly comes over and takes your hand and kind of looks up at you and goes, it's okay. But there's something kind of calming also about her presence, like an understanding of the turmoil in your head. And it actually helps, like, bring you back down.
Thank you?
Meanwhile, not having connection to no one, and apparently it's very traumatizing for you.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim Joe.
Thanks for the follow.
Things are about to get fun.
So, Wounds of the Past happens. Compliments of Bandana Man.
I looked down and I went, God, you're good call.
Yeah, good timing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that she's figured her stuff out.
Oh,
Good work,
crap.
Spectre.
And no one just turns around and is like,
Honey,
I told you this was gonna happen,
Lori,
no one.
This happens. It's just.
Shut up, Levi.
Daddy's
I'm
checked
so
out
sick
for
of
a
your
while.
dad shit.
Spectre holds no one's hand a little
Deep
tighter
breaths.
to like kind of remind her, hey, I'm still here also, just in case this is too much for you.
yeah. Yeah, she
Of course,
holds on
we
a
all
little
lose it
tighter,
as
and
soon
she's
as we
just kinda
walk
giving him
out.
side eye for this.
I don't know what is wrong with you guys. I think you'll need to lay off the caffeine.
You don't have this happen to you?
No! This never happens to me.
Bullshit, Levi. I don't believe you
They've
for a
been
split
calling me
second.
Your
I mean, I'm
nicknames,
fine with
which
that.
I know, I love
Said-
it.
Suicidal dad.
Now,
I'm come to terms with my shit. You clearly haven't. Let's walk it out, all right?
Oh, walk it out? Okay, listen to this. Every time I die, I come back a little bit more like,
Oh, you poor thing! I know nothing about that. I literally breathe fire now. I don't have a fucking eye!
I'm looking for a labyrinth to call home. You think that's easy?
I have a tail!
So do I.
It sucks, doesn't it? It's the
Hector
fuck.
just kind of pulls Noah in and gives her like a little
Did you
hug.
slap me with your tail?
That wasn't what I was going, but yes, now I do.
I slapped you back with a tail.
Tail fight?
Then I shove you a little bit.
I shove you!
See, I really didn't have an encounter planned today. This was just
This just happened.
this is the whole game now. No.
All right. I guess we're doing this. He's
What?
good.
No.
Yeah, nope.
Both of y'all, calm down.
Unless you want to do something about it.
Ay, fine. No. I'm gonna. Do I have to make a friggin'?
So that is going to be that's for 14 because I'm going to take a wound.
This may legit be the first TPK session, you guys. Because we haven't even gotten to any of the actual shit.
So it's going to be an attack of 14. He shoves me and I slide back a little bit and I lower myself to the ground like the football position, just get my horns down the ground again, compresses, and I just hit him right in the stomach. with my
Okay.
horns.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna bloodbind with you.
Oh, nice move. All right, so defensive 14, and then
What happens with Bloodbind?
Bloodbinding. At the start of combat, you can burn one spark to forge a bond with a visible enemy. I don't consider you an enemy. I consider you a little bitch right now. Until the end of the scene,
Enemies!
whenever you are injured, the marked foe suffers 2 points of brutal damage for each wound that you take.
All right, well, can you defend against his attack?
Yeah, let's
Or
go
are you
ahead.
take wounds?
I'm actually going to
guys.
cast Frostbite on this one, so that will be a gray spread.
Well, you have to defend against his attack.
Yeah, but
14.
okay. I have a question about combat styles. It says I have defense with combat styles as well.
Yeah, but that's wait, what?
Yeah, my combat style has a defense.
Oh, yeah, your defense is that's how many cards you can lay down.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you still have to defend against his attack.
My bad. I'm not gonna be able to defend much with this one, so that's gonna be an.
well, crap. Wound
How
binding.
seriously are you attacking him, by the way?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I want to like shut him up.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not trying to go
What
all
can
out.
you
or
give me
kill
for that? What's your defense?
I don't know, like my flat defense. I can pull a 7 right now.
You can do 7?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does your thing do?
My combat style.
Well, no,
Bloodbinding.
yeah.
Whenever you are injured, the marked foe suffers 2 points of brutal damage for each wound.
I can't have you guys died this early. Jesus Christ. Take
Also-
a wound and you take a wound.
Okay. I mean, I negate. I got impenetrable hide as my Durant talent, so I don't take brutal damage. It's normal damage if that.
Take
helps.
a wound.
I take 2 wounds or 1 wound.
Take one.
Okay.
Yay.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Can I-
Do you want to do something?
Yeah, can
you
absolutely.
gore me,
Goddamn.
and I just dig the claws into your back.
This is like the best Godzilla movie ever. I'm just imagining the center.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really perfectly shaped rocks around us that are like tiny
yeah.
squares, and all the like hermit crabs are running around.
There's
screaming.
a model town.
Yes. Someone buy this right now. I wish I had cash. I'd just throw it at your face. Yes!
Yes.
You did this, bandana man.
God, now all I can think about though is Street Fighter where they're sitting there and they've got that going on. They're like, change the channel.
Quick! Draw back up.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna make a leadership spread,
Thank you.
including inspiring,
Yeah,
which
thank God.
hopefully you're the one that started this. Don't pretend like you were not.
You did.
I was in a bit of a panic, and you're being a jerk.
I'm trying to calm your ass down.
What do you
Tough
do?
love, buddy.
I stand between both of them and say we are a wing. We do not fight with each other. We have a mission to accomplish. All of you, remember who you are.
Do you calm down a little bit?
Yeah.
No one comes over and, like, moves away from her and comes and holds your hand. And she's like, is this what you meant that might happen? I didn't like that.
Neither did I. I'm sorry, no one. I'm sorry you had to see that. That's why I warned you.
Can we go find Varia now?
Levi, can we go find Varia now? All right. Let's go, guys.
So during all of this, Spectre has managed to start calming herself down.
Meanwhile,
Boys are stupid. The RPG.
Yeah.
Kind of starts like meditating on
Yeah.
things.
Well, and you
kind
also
of-
had no one in your presence. Now, no one's also been training under Varia specifically as well. So she's got a definite connection to Varia, which kind of helps you, like, settle into that.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that the spirit speaks to you as much as you just kind of feel like a duality. Like, it's going to be a weird analogy. But, like when you're really drunk and you go and you look in a mirror and you go, who the fuck is that? It's kind of like that, where you're just sort of disconnected, where you're still aware, but there's also like a distance because it's an unfamiliar feeling. And you just feel like something is like helping pilot your body, and you're kind of like hyper aware of the world that's around you. Like the smells and the sounds seem way more vibrant than they ever have before. And if you flicker and like try and like go, oh, this is weird, it kind of severs the connection a little bit. So the more you just kind of let it happen, the more it's going to lead you, and you're definitely like on a straight shot for Martinford.
So I just start walking that way.
I guess we're following her.
Deal. All right. Shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, don't look at me like I'm crazy now that I've calmed down.
So
I'm sorry, by the way.
I'm sorry, too. That I lost my head for a second there.
I didn't know it matters.
you guys are so cute.
Figure the app
So
out again.
So you go ahead and let this thing sort of pilot you through to the city. And it's kind of, everything there, I've told you guys that it's, well, you defeated the undead there. There's still sort of an unnatural silence hanging around it. Whereas before it seemed like a living city, even when it was undead, there was, like something kind of throbbing from it. It seems weirdly quiet. Like there's just, it's not even like the sound of like rubble falling or animals. It's just, it is a dead city.
Yeah,
it's kind of
there's no
eerie. You're,
birds,
especially
no
with you
nothing.
with the hooves, like it's just kind of echoing off the walls, but it's like a very, very succinct echo. Like it's just your immediate area, almost like it's not resonating through the rest of the township because things are so, the deaths and everything that occurred here were so unnatural and so great that it's like the city has become a sponge for any kind of sounds or life. You keep following along, and it leads you into a building to a staircase heading down. And you go down, and it leads you to kind of a sort of a basement type of thing. But you get the sense there's something in the floor, and you kind of can sweep away the dirt with your foot, and there's a ring to lift up, basically a trap door to an area that is like carved into the rocky base underneath the city.
Have you guys followed me this far?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't love it, and I'm making a
So-
lot more noise than I'm comfortable with, but yeah.
Spectre kind of reins back and kind of takes back over for a second. And it's like, all right, so I guess this is where we have to go. Also, sorry,
About what?
mask stuff.
Fair enough. Apology accepted. Sorry for fighting
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
sorry,
of people
too.
all the time.
I don't know you, so that's...
No, I was just part of something stupid that just happened. I figured I owed you an apology as well. Same with you. Sorry about it, man.
But I would assume we should probably check for any traps or anything before we get down to going down this trap door.
All right.
Are you gonna check for that?
I'm trying to think of how to...
Observation.
Yeah.
Are you gonna kind of turn off that side of the
Could do like
spirit
a-
in your
a
head
war spread
and kind of go back
potentially,
to
look
more
for
of the
shit.
shrouded side of things?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna...
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I can use these and this. So I can use observation, but I also have... Can I use both of these or just one of these?
You can use as many traits as you want.
Okay, because I have... This one raises the value
Okay.
to 5.
Let me tell you about that though.
Okay.
So that's something you just got.
Yeah.
It's a one-time only use.
Is it?
Oh.
You may remove this card from your deck to increase the value of any spread by 5.
I'm not gonna use that right now.
What did it say about, what was that last line there about when you die?
Remove this card from your deck when you die.
Okay.
But you can still just use it as a regular grace card, no?
I love how you immediately went
You
to...
can use it
oh,
as
you're
a
gonna blow
regular.
up?
I'll let
Yeah, I
you
was
use
like,
it as
oh,
a
no,
regular
what
grace
happens when you
card.
die?
Well, I'll just...
But if you use it for its full value, it has to be removed.
Okay, so I'll wait on that.
And I'll let you, when you have it in your hand, if you find you need to draw up to 6 or something and you want to recycle it back in, you can, but you can't use it unless it's in your hand.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
So, well, this one raises the value of by 5 anyways with my
Okay.
trick. So,
12.
So 12?
yeah. 12 plus 5.
17.
Okay. You don't really notice anything. It's very quiet coming from down there, and it doesn't seem like there's any kind of traps that you can see.
Okay. And other than it being incredibly quiet, unusually so, it doesn't seem to be anything that of immediate danger.
Do you go down in?
Let's make some noise.
All right. You go down, and it is definitely a tunnel system, and you can kind of hear like the wind whistling through these tunnels. It's sort of a hollow sound, and it's almost like the wind shouldn't even be there. But you're down in a underground tunnel system. It's very, very rough. It looks like somebody's, sort of like it's an escape route for the city, but it was very much a last minute thing. It wasn't something that someone went down and was like, I'm going to sit here and build an elaborate system of escapes. It's like this was very much done on the fly.
I'm going to keep in tune. I'm going to get back in tune with the spirit to kind
Okay.
of guide us through the tunnels.
Okay. You guys going to keep following her?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how tall are these tunnels? Like, am I having a duck so my horns aren't scraping the roof?
Probably you will. They're not super huge. They're enough for humans to pass through with a little bit of hunkering down, but anything much larger.
Okay.
Like, no one's able to just walk through and it's still, like, she's got space up
Yeah.
above her.
So both of us are kind of doing the hunched over, like...
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
if I stand up
And it's
straight,
kind of
my
a,
horns are
one at a time
digging
sort
a
of thing,
rut
because you
in
guys
the
are so
ceiling.
large that you're not really going to be able to travel side by side as you go through.
Oh, well, this sucks.
This is the worst.
I'm going to call a quick timeout if anybody else wants to go use the restroom. And so do plugs, and then we'll come back to the creepy tunnels.
Brad. Woo! Okay, so I got a plug for y'all. Recently, they've released Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary, and it is amazing. They fixed almost everything about the game. And there's a new podcast out. It's not official, but it's called Walking Away from Arcadia, and it is beautiful, and it's weird, and seriously, check it out. Really good.
Is it about Changeling or just?
It's about Changeling, sorry.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
thought, yeah. It made sense in my head.
No,
Yeah, Walking Away from Arcadia. It's a Changeling the Dreaming podcast where they talk about the game, they talk about first edition and second edition and all the changes they made for 20th. And they also talk about all the themes and stuff and how it really does fit with the old World of Darkness. So it's pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
American Gods is still good.
American Gods is still good. Yep.
I just got access to all 8 episodes, and I have
no shit.
a couple of hours before I have
Fuck
to
you,
leave to
Robert,
Japan. So
man.
I'm like, do I pack or do I finish watching all of these episodes?
How'd you get all of them? Oh, I forgot you were going to Japan.
For work.
Oh, right.
So yeah.
So you can't share them with other people.
No. I'm like, if you want to come over to my place, we can like watch them.
Right, but you're about to leave for Japan. That's
Right.
That's not a good plan. You need to pack.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Just throw some underwear and socks into a bag and let's go.
Totally.
Yeah, that remains a good show.
Watch Sense8.
Sense A
Gotta
that
watch
is apparently
Sense8 as
good.
well. You know what we watched this week was friggin' Anne with an E, which
Oh.
I'm told in every other country is just called Anne, because there are some countries where her name is translated as like Anna or like Anne without an E. I think. At the end of the Netflix, they show like all of the cast for all of the other language versions.
Yeah.
It's like I was a big Anna Green Gables fan of the TV series.
The old one back in the 80s, right?
Yes.
Cool.
It was quick to correct me because I had never read the book.
Ah.
So apparently I'm a fake Anne fan. But the
You're a real fan.
the show's real good. It does get kind of dark. I think in a good way. Literally every episode, Sarah was complaining that they skipped over this in the book or this was not like the book. So
Talking about American Gods.
No, we're talking about Anna Green Gables.
yeah.
Well, Anne with me. That's
Anne
the
with
name
an
of the
E.
show.
But yeah, the girl plays Anne is just phenomenal.
Rad.
And Marilla and Matthew, they're all just fantastic. Fantastic. Have you seen any?
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Anne with an E on Netflix.
And
No.
now that
It seems, you know what?
we're all talking, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's like I was gonna call it Luke Cage for redheads. I feel like it's more like a Breaking Bad for redheads, just like
I
spunky
like
redhead
anything
girls.
that's for redheads.
I'm telling you, man, go check it out. You will love the show. Did you watch? Do you like Anna Green Gables?
I have no familiarity with Anna Green Gables at all, so
You never read the book or saw the
Nope.
PBS series from the 80s.
no, it'd be completely fresh for me.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I have to check that out. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time to get into much. I mean, frankly, I just managed to get caught up on watching The Handmaid's Tale so far, and
I've heard really
Yeah.
good things.
Yeah.
it's rough though. I haven't read it.
is.
But it is, especially the third episode, without really spoiling anything. Like
That's the one
it
I
goes
just watched.
into the why of
Yeah.
how things happen.
Yeah.
That was the episode where I'm sitting there going,
When
I'm like, this isn't okay.
when they go into the coffee shop and the barista is like, bitch or whatever, I was like, oh god, that feels too real.
You whores or you sluts or whatever he
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
let's
Just
not give
watched
away
it.
too much because people haven't seen it. But
No,
yeah,
it's-
it's still that was crazy.
I just want to
Although
know what is
Sounds
it
like a normal
like.
coffee bean experience. I don't understand.
Like I
you
want
just
to know.
exude this thing where people feel the need to call you bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what's it
happens.
like
Why are you
to
such
be
a whore?
watching that
I've embraced it.
show?
Because
Like, I want to know what it's
sexy
like for
times are
people
fun.
who aren't so socially necessarily conscious of things.
Yeah, I wonder if it clicks for them.
It's like, do you just like the show, or do you realize that this also could be very real? And
Wow,
this-
that would suck if it was real.
yeah.
or it sucks to be a lady. Good thing I'm a
Did you-
dude.
It sucks to be a lady in that world.
Did
Yeah.
I
you
think
see
that's not real.
the SNL
Yeah.
sketch?
I'm convinced
I did
there's
watch
people
it.
who watched Get Out.
Which
and were
does
like,
kind of
"Man,
feel
that'd
like
be crazy.
Oh yeah, that kind.
Get Out is
do or
Yeah, but I'm sure there's people who watched it like that awful man killed that nice white family.
Oh.
There's definitely a weird perspective that
Spoilers.
we can't understand. What?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Get Out.
Still haven't
That's
seen it.
like-
Now I don't have to.
You definitely have to.
Yeah, you do.
And
I
that's-
want to, but it's coming out on DVD like this week. So
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
to
Oh,
wait.
is it?
it's really it's amazing.
I just assumed that
What are we talking
anybody who knew what they were doing had already seen it, so.
I just saw
Purge?
Logan,
I mean, some people haven't
haven't
seen
seen
stuff,
Logan.
so
I haven't seen
let's try and be
Logan.
as spoiler free as possible.
Talking about the Purge?
but no.
No,
Get Out.
no, I mean the
That's
Purge
coming out on
is what-
Blu-ray soon, and
the
that's why
Purge is what I'm going to be doing to you guys today.
But also,
I meant Get Out. I
Here's
meant
a
Get Out,
story
not the
that
Purge.
nobody's heard.
here's why you need to be watching Sense8.
Okay.
Watch it.
I need to watch
Speaking
season
of,
Hey, fun,
of
jeez.
purging and me killing you guys,
Yay!
Let's get into it because this there's still more to go. So.
Yep. We are in a
you okay?
creepy tunnel.
Are you just?
No, I was just looking at the lanterns there. I was thinking, this seems. Oh, you know what? Because that's not on.
Yeah, I
was like,
noticed.
why is it so dark over here?
I
And I
don't
was like,
have
there are
a-
lanterns.
I
Why
don't
are
know
those
where
not
the
on?
remote is
And then
for it.
that's
Well,
it.
you can just switch it on.
Somebody wants to switch that on, so we've got fancy lights while we're underground in these tunnels.
Maybe it's the button. Press the.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. You can just
Push the button, Frank.
There we go.
Yeah.
Woo! Now I feel more complete.
Yay.
Okay.
You have your halo.
Okay. You guys are underground in a tunnelway system.
We are just. We hate it.
This is misery.
This is the worst.
You have navigation.
I do.
I'd like to remind you of that again for no particular point or purpose. I just want to mention that's a thing that
It's
exists.
just a thing that the marshal likes talking about. It gets real uncomfortable. Just
Well,
reminding you of various things you can do or have various times.
The only
Well,
problem is
sometimes
my
you guys
hand,
need a little
like,
bit
with
of
my
that
hand right now,
gentle
it's
hand
great-
that's
it's
more
not
like
really
a
great
fist.
for this.
Yeah.
What is the what's?
Well, I've seen this before, which would be great if someone else was doing something. And the other two are.
What do you mean that would be good if someone else has done that?
Oh, seen this before. I can discard this out of 3 to a we-make spread. As such, it's just a 1.
No,
But
if you describe why you can. Okay, here's the thing about traits. And
Okay,
this is also
'cause-
good for the chat at home if you're thinking about getting this game since it's available on Amazon.
Right,
now.
and I am learning this, so I love this.
Okay, so here's the thing about traits. Traits have their face value and they have like the flavor text for them. However, if you can explain why you can use it or how you've seen this before or really any trait, if you can explain how it applies to the situation, at the marshal's discretion, they can give you a bonus for that.
Oh, great. Okay, so I would like to use my navigation skill.
Sure.
I'm going to be using a 5 and this intellect card, which is, I've seen this before.
Now explain to me, tell me
So
how
right now I'm
and where
sitting
you've
at
seen
11.
it before.
Okay, I am from a coastal village about 140 odd years ago.
Okay.
Now, we obviously, so my village was not very big, but we did have a lot of trading, and we also sometimes got hurricanes. We eventually built a system very similar to this in case the weather got too bad and we had to evacuate very quickly, because sometimes they just came out of nowhere.
Sure.
So that I might not have seen this exact one, but I do know how these things are built, and it looks very similar. It just looks like a shitty version of the one we built, my village built.
Okay.
Judgy.
Now let me
I'm allowed
ask
to be.
you. Hurricanes can go on for a while.
Right.
So you probably had, I imagine, some chambers that you may have built into there, especially because once people are down in an enclosed area, sometimes there's a need to deal with people that might go a little crazy or might try to be violent towards others. Just saying, maybe. Somewhere where a person could be restrained.
Yeah, that would probably be here. Hey, keep your eyes open for a little side area, or maybe just a little. If you see a hole in the wall that looks more intentional than these, just keep your eyes open.
For
Back in my village, when shit would get rough and we had to come down to, well, something like this, we actually knew what we were doing, but every so often someone would go crazy or try to hurt someone, and then you'd have to put them away for a bit. Didn't want to kill them, obviously. They're just getting stir crazy. So, know what a holding cell is?
why would there be one down here?
When you evacuate, when things get rough, sometimes people can't hold it together and you have to put them away for a minute.
All right.
Yeah, I had to do it with my brother once.
Well, this is exciting. It just gets cheerier and cheerier down here.
Okay, so my total is 10 plus, what's the bonus I get for the seen it before?
I'm going to give you 5.
Okay, so 15 total
Okay.
for the navigation.
All right. Is that what you're looking for? You're going to head for...
I'm keeping my eyes open for that, and I'm going to be like, all right, we're on. This is coastal, right? Am I mistaken for that?
Not really, but still, it's, it's another...
It's an
city.
evacuation cavern,
Sure, sure.
though, so even if it's not like,
Okay, so... Find my thing. So 15 is pretty good.
Not good enough and I die.
No. Do you want to burn some sparks?
Sure. How many should I burn?
And remember, it's sort of like intervals of 5 help. Like every little bit helps.
Where are you at now?
15.
And you're an elemental. You should be able to regenerate sparks too. So if anybody can
Sure.
afford to burn sparks, it's going to be you.
That's great. 15.
Okay.
We're up at 20.
You go down the hallways, and you realize that one of them doesn't make sense. It looks like it's the start of an alcove, but it's truncated and doesn't seem like there's a reason for it. It looks like it dips in just far enough, but it also is just kind of like, why would they start to do that? It doesn't look like it was a mistake, like, oh, we started a tunnel this way and decided not to. Does somebody want to...
I'm towards the middle of the group, so who's behind me?
Oh, yeah, so you're kind of... Okay, yeah, what's sort of the marching order right here?
I assumed you were up front.
Yeah, so you're ahead. Are you following then?
I'm definitely following her, but where are you two and no one in relation?
Are you following them?
Yeah, I'm like third in line because I wanted to keep at least one other Phoenix between no one and like whatever might.
Yeah,
Creep
and
up
no one
behind
is
us.
small enough she can kind of move next to you and weave between
And we put the
different-
Durant in the
Yeah.
back?
Yeah,
Work on.
that makes the most sense.
The most sense. You're designed not to die. We'll put you in the back. I tap you on the shoulder. Hey, I think we need to look down here.
Okay.
Call
So
the
it's
hunch.
wide enough that you can kind of lean in and have a look at it. Does anybody want to have a better look at it?
I'm missing an eye. I'm probably not the best guy for this.
I probably can.
Yeah, you can probably have a good look at it because
Yeah.
you're behind him. You're going to have a little bit of a harder time because you're towards the back of the group. It's not a very big alcove because this whole tunnel space you've been walking through is seriously kind of like a 1-by-1. The only one that's small enough to weave between is probably no
Well,
one.
I'm at the front, am I? And I'm.
You're at the front, but like you're going to have to like back up one way or the other probably as a group
Okay.
to get somebody in closer to
Okay.
that alcove.
There's like I'm probably also, other than no one, the next smallest individual here.
Yeah.
Sure. You wanna
We are
do
not small men.
No, don't know. I'm like all of y'all are giants comparatively.
Okay, I can. All right, one of you guys pick. You either give me an arcane spread or you give me a lore spread.
I could do a shadow spread. Like, what the?
You might.
You could do that as well. So if whichever one of you,
If I
but
burn
give
one on the
me.
table, reroll.
It's
Huh?
gonna have to
I might
be
be
a
better
Oh, you're better off. You're way better off.
pretty good
Girl.
spread.
Okay.
Play it out.
Yeah.
Riggedy racket. Oh, so I need two sparks because I took a wound.
Told you you're gonna get stuff back
I,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, being elemental, sweet. You're just like a spark battery.
Yeah.
Like it would be tough for a marshal, I think, to build a game around like a full 6-person wing, because if you had a devoted and a Durant,
It would have to
a
be the
forceful,
nastiest things all the time.
So
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
that just allows me to draw one card, but
Yeah.
4, 6, 7, plus 5,
12.
12.
12.
Yeah, I could. Do you want to?
You want to give me a couple of sparks?
Do you have any more cards?
you-
because
Yeah, you can lay
you
down
can
another
put
card, too.
That's true.
Add to the spread, and you could also wing. You could
Well,
also
Try and give me 15 in total.
I thought 4.
Your
Yeah,
curse
but I
gives
don't-
you power at the expense of your health.
Yeah.
How are you cursed, and how do its
I can
effects
do this. I just
manifest?
didn't- I was trying to. It's like if we're gonna get into combat soon, a 4 intellect's really helpful for me. But
Do you have a card that you can use there, a trait card?
I don't have any more. No,
Oh, you can't apply that? I was just curious.
I don't have any. No, that just allowed me to draw an extra card.
Yeah, but if it's got flavor text on it,
Yeah.
like I told you with
No, I
with
just,
him, if you have a justification for it, I'll
I
listen
can
to
burn
that.
1 health level to regain 4 sparks with it.
What's the
And
what's the
flavor
high
text?
concept of that card?
Yeah,
It's called Curse.
like you
It's
do
at
have
the
some.
expense of my health.
Give me
so-
the card real quick.
You have
here,
some
'cause you're
interesting
Details
kinda-
and
things going on.
Yeah, that's why
You
I'm
have an
reading it. It says-
attendant,
Okay,
corrupted
yeah.
wolf spirit, and
That's
you
true.
may have killed your
Are we cursed
dad.
and how
I
do
do
its
do that.
effects manifest? So this text at the bottom is very important on these cards.
Yeah.
This is the flavor text. regardless of what the base value of these are and what kind of things it triggers, if you can give a justification for it, how it helps you, you can use them. If you don't think there is, that's fine. But
I mean,
you can use that. And
Call on the wolf spirit for a little bit more.
tell me a story.
The woof.
Trying to think, yeah, because I.
Do you consider yourself a little cursed by this, especially given everything that happened with the masks?
In a lot of ways, I consider myself cursed just by being a phoenix.
Sure.
Maybe it's a little painful. Maybe your
All of
your
this
new
is not-
tattoo starts to itch or
Maybe
burn a
you're
little
born
bit.
with
Yeah,
it.
my-
Maybe it's
Maybelline.
Maybelline.
I'm cursed. I'm cursed with a
Such a
tattoo.
curse.
It just turns bright red like it's bleeding.
Oh.
Do you want
That's
to? Do you want to
gruesome.
lean into the
It's
thing
quite
in your
easy.
head?
Huh?
Do you want to lean into
Yeah,
the
it's
thing in
leaning
your head?
into the thing. I'm leaning into the wolf spirit more now. Like,
You
but
hear it whisper in your skull. The wall is false.
Hungry like the wolf.
okay. The wall.
I just told you the wall is false.
Okay. Well, I'm
I mean,
looking-
you don't have a full connection to it. It's just a bit of it that's come with you. And remember, it still thinks that you need training and lessons before it will tell you the breadth of its abilities.
Yeah. So this is just me looking down the tunnel, and it says the wall.
It's not even a tunnel. He's shown you this alcove.
Oh, okay.
And the alcove looks weird. Like, you guys are going along a straight tunnel. It's like you're going along and there's like this little like bubble to it, and then it keeps going. Like, almost like somebody started to carve down the other way and then decided, oh, that we don't want to go that way, we're going to keep going straight.
Okay. I think that this wall might be fake.
Oh. I can make an destruction spread.
How do we test that?
Easy. Destruction.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Oh, nice.
What are you doing exactly? Are you breathing fire at it? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna punch it.
Your arm goes through it.
Ha!
But it doesn't break it. Your arm just goes through it.
Oh,
So it's
man.
like wall.
Well,
Whoop, whoop,
that's
whoop,
bad.
whoop.
That's bad construction.
So who wants to take a look?
I'm
What's
already
behind?
I'm already a quarter way through. I might as well
I
be the
mean,
first.
I can also hide.
You're
easier.
closest to it right now.
I know I am.
Yeah, if you want to, like, I'll give you first go at what you're doing because marching order, you're right there.
I step through.
Okay.
All right. And what do I see? Let me discard these.
You see, draw
Oh.
back up.
That was a waste.
Yeah, I don't see how this is. This
You
could
see
go
a
so
phoenix
far.
jumping out and attacking you.
Oh shit!
Oh,
There
bitch.
you go.
Give me a defensive 14.
Defensive force 15.
That is
great.
a lot.
That is high.
Oh boy.
We do have these table redraws, friends.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, this.
I'm gonna
Chad,
burn one.
Chad, I would like to let you know, this is a very good time for table redraws. It's a very good time for positive flares.
Yes, it is. Okay, so if I use the table to redraw, do I discard my 5?
No, you just draw an extra card. This is basically a surprise attack.
Vengeful.
The positive flare I was thinking of, my new full gore manifestation is not going to work in these tight quarters. It's like,
Yeah. Let's get through this and
Yeah.
I'll describe what you guys are seeing. He's basically defending against a surprise attack.
Oh, you found the supplies closet.
Okay. I'm going to play a Fork Race and a trait
Supplies.
card, Hunter. It says at the bottom, hunters include both who stalk the beasts of the wild and those who track fugitives and criminals. What were you trained to hunt? I was a fisherman. I was, seafarer. But, during the during the dead seasons, I was kind of part of the town guard. I was kind of used to just wandering the streets at night, every so often being attacked. I wasn't believe it or not, I used to be a very nice guy, but when you're wearing the uniform, you're not exactly the most popular person in town, especially
Sure.
with the drunks. I'm not used to being tackled or anything, but I'm not used to it. So
So what was your
we buy
total?
that 9.
9? Okay.
I'm gonna-
let's see.
Can I blow one to get up to 10?
Not on
Not on
defense.
defense.
Okay.
About to get wrecked.
Riggedy wrecked. So I'm gonna get a bunch of sparks back.
That's true. That's one of my favorite parts about it. And then if you the
take
right
a look.
talent, all of your
Take a wound.
Okay.
your wingmates
2 sparks,
can
please.
get a spark back when you get a spark back, which is pretty
Oh.
dope.
It's
Wait,
like you
I have
played
that.
an elemental before.
Oh, you have the bond?
Yeah.
So
Elemental
we also,
bond.
We also
Everyone
get
gets a
sparks
spark
back.
back.
Well, who's down to spark? You haven't
I'm-
spent any,
I'm
right?
fine.
I'm down 2.
All right,
Yeah,
you
so
get a
one.
spark back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, you basically can replenish everybody else's sparks whenever you get hit and
Yeah.
do other things.
Okay.
So really, you were helping everyone when you gored me.
So here's the deal. You managed to get a wound, and then they kind of back off from you, and there are 2 phoenixes in this room. And it's kind of a bigger, like, sort of ante-chamber, and it does look like there had been, like, when you look back to where your wingmates should be, there's that rock wall is there, but there's also, like, an iron door that's open. But the rock, it looks like rock work from this side. So let's go ahead and give you guys some environmental objects. So thanks to Bandana Man, you have whole coconuts, coconuts that are already halved and ready for fully use,
Perfect.
a weapon rack, fire, there's a small fire burning in there, rubble, chains, a restraining rack, and an iron door.
Rad.
Okay, so I have the torch. You're the only one in the room so far.
Shouting a free action. Is shouting a free action?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get the fuck off me! You all hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear it. It was just the wall is not break sound. You can still hear him.
And I draw a card because I'm down to 4.
Not after your defense.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
that's what you have for right now. Do you want to attack or do you want to wait for other people to come in?
I'm gonna attack.
Okay, and you notice there's 2 phoenixes in the room.
Okay.
So there's-
one. What do they look like?
Okay, so one attacked you, and they're kind of a little bit more golden looking, and he looks like almost like flowers just started to sprout out of his skin, and he just kind of is like exuding this glowing warmth. And you have another phoenix in there who looks a lot nastier and is kind of fur covered, and it's kind of indiscernible what exactly the animal is that is starting to kind of take presence on them. It's very hard to make out exactly the details of them because it looks like it could go a couple of different ways. Like think like Island of Dr. Moreau hybrid.
Disgusting. I love it. All right. So I'm going to use the.
You get a flash in your mind of that phoenix that had the headphones on, and DJ Regular gives you a redraw.
Oh, thanks, DJ.
You just feel inspired. He was so cool.
I have
here.
2 thoughts right now.
If only could.
One, I really need to get some headphones. And 2, which one of you ugly motherfuckers attacked me first? Because you are about to taste Anchor.
It was the one with the flowers on it.
Okay. Reach on my hand, the anchor appears, and I am going to throw it at them.
Okay.
And while I do, it goes into the fire and catches on fire, and it looks really cool. So, get another card for that?
I'll
That
say
doesn't really count.
okay, here's
That
what
doesn't
here's
count.
what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. You can
Alright.
use the fire. You throw the anchor around them into the fire, and it breaks the coals, and you pull it back through into them.
I like that.
Does that work?
That's great.
Mark off fire, and I'll let you draw a card for that.
Woo!
Okay. What's your attack?
Okay, it's not looking great. I'm going to use Call Lightning, and,
Dope.
yeah. So that is...
I had so much fun with that.
Call Lightning's awesome. We're going to use Fire Shaping for this one.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yes. So that's at 4, but I get to ignore their defense.
Okay. Oh, you get to ignore the defense. Okay.
Yes. We're going to go ahead and load this to get it up to 5 because I can do that with Fire and Blood.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's gonna be it.
Okay. What's your total?
I think it's only 5.
Okay.
I mean, what about
I mean,
mysterious
definitely-
and...
Oh,
Like,
right.
You got some flavor text here, bud. You are a person with many secrets. How does one of those secrets apply to the current situation? That's my flavor text
Oh,
voice.
perfect. These aren't the first phoenixes I've had to kill.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you definitely hurt him.
So total is
Brave!
Thank you. 9.
Do you
Total
have
is
this
9.
today?
It's been so
Can I
long.
blow a spark to get 10?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. That did not feel nice for them.
Didn't feel nice for me either.
Okay. One more of you can make their way into the room right now.
I will.
There you go.
Gonna get behind that iron door and hide to get ready to make an attack.
God damn it.
Okay. Nope. I'll let you have that.
I'm just gonna go hide for a sec.
Enjoy your cards
Just-
for not helping
all
at
right,
all.
You guys can thank Braid for a table redraw.
Yay!
Dunka?
Yay!
Was it just one or was it 3?
$6. One table redraw.
Okay, cool. Okay. You guys are the only ones in the room right now.
Yeah, y'all gonna get hits.
And you just disappeared.
Start talking.
So, unfortunately, the other phoenix that's in there is going to go after you. But you made an attack. You did draw back up, right?
I did not.
Okay, draw back up. Because it's an attack of 16.
Oh,
Holy crap, that's a big
Ooh.
boy hit.
Did you get the thing?
I got the thing.
Alright.
Spooky.
What fun. What fun.
What's the card?
Horrific Vision. When you use this card in attack or defense spread, both you and your opponent are exposed for the duration of the scene.
Oh, gnarly.
Thank you, Sharon.
Cool. I'm gonna hit that dude so hard when I get in that room.
Let me explain, though. I mean, exposed is great for you, for the, attacking them, but it does mean that you are easier to hit. That's a trade-off.
That's fair.
In fact, let me double check real quick what that is, because with mine it was a little bit different when I was playing as Varia. Okay, so what it means is your defense spreads are reduced by 1.
Okay.
So if you play that, the duration of the scene, that is active, but it also means that their defense is also reduced.
Well, sounds fair to me. I'm going to go ahead and play that with Vengeful.
Okay.
How's your thirst for vengeance applied to your current situation? I don't like getting hit.
Sure.
So that is Horrific Visions and Vengeful. That is a total of, if you're giving me the bonus for that, it's 8. If not, it's a 4.
Okay. Let's see. It's going to be, I'll give you 8 for it.
All right, I'm going to spend 2 sparks so I can get an attack in. Okay, do
Okay,
that?
give me 1 second.
All right.
Yeah, if you have a thing that lets you do that.
That's what Vengeful does.
Okay.
I can't imagine why you don't trust me.
I'm gonna take a wound.
It's, yeah, that's still going to hurt you a lot because
Okay.
that was a pretty
Oh, whoops.
high attack and you only had 8.
Right.
So that's actually going to give you 3 wounds right now.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
discard and
6
take,
sparks, please.
I'm gonna discard Shaman and take one of those.
What?
Okay, so you're going to take one of his wounds? Yeah. So take 2, and then how many sparks are you getting?
4.
I have
Right, and
so
here are the
many
2
cards
because
now.
Wait,
I'm
does that-
going to get an attack in now.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean I get a spark back for that?
Yes, you do.
We've been taking so much damage that I just have like literally all of the cards at this point.
I told you guys this was not going to be an easy one.
Nope.
All right, so that was their turn.
I'm making an
Well,
attack
he's
right
making
now.
an attack back.
So I spend a spark, so I can add 1 more to the roll because I'm using fire shaping again. So that is 5 plus incinerate. When you use this card in spread, draw 1 card. When you use it in an attack spread, you may burn any number of sparks up to half your rank, round up, add 3 attacks for each thing. So that is 6, 9, 12.
It's not enough.
To hit? No, jeez. That sucks. There you go anyway.
Do you
Gotta be
wanna-
fair.
I'll let you hit if you give me.
Okay. All right, looks like we're gonna get
And draw up to my hand because that was an
our
attack.
friend Levy 1 life closer to his 6th life.
1 more and I get a free sandwich at Subway.
Yeah, exactly.
What are my horrific visions, by the way?
Huh?
Well, what were my horrific visions?
No, you become a horrific vision.
Oh,
So you become basically...
I'm somehow grosser looking?
Yeah, you are scarier looking. Like, I imagine you get maybe like the Godzilla red glowing eyes or something cool like that.
I think both of the eyes turn milky white, then they start glowing red, and you kind of see my jaw unhinge and kind of stretch a little bit more, becomes a little more reptilian.
Sure. Yeah,
And,
that's what it is.
you
You become the horrific vision.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Sharon. You're a pal. Oh, you got it.
All right, at this point, I'm going to let you guys... they've been fighting. You guys have made it into the room.
Okay.
I am fucked up.
All right, 2 more of you can go.
All right.
I'm gonna use a redraw and get one. Get myself back up tough.
I put a hand on no one's shoulder and I say, "Don't draw their attention. They will kill you in one hit. So just stay out of the way. Stay safe."
Varia taught me.
I understand, but you're a level 1 Phoenix still. There's very little that you can do against these guys, and a lot they can do against you.
You realize for the first time she gets a very defiant look looking at you.
No.
That's all you think that I can do?
I'm sure you can.
I helped you get here.
And that was a lot. I don't want you to lose one of your lives for no reason.
There is a reason.
Okay, just please be careful. Because if they come for you, I'm going for them, and you can already see Levy's on his last legs. Like, he's been around for a while. Just
Let out another
please be
Godzilla roar.
careful. And then I dash off to the halved coconuts.
It's going to be very confusing, all of this coconut sound just echoing around.
It's like just horses everywhere.
So many coconuts.
Just want you to know this is a deadly serious situation.
Who wants pina colada?
And
That sounds
let's see. Okay, so
Not a
Who has
yoga.
half a brain?
I had
Keep that
4.
reference
Who did you attack?
I tagged Flower.
You attacked Flower.
Yeah.
All right, so
We
I'm
got
gonna-
Flower and Beast.
So Flower looks a little bit.
That's fine. I can work with Flower and Beast. I'm going to write
Flower
that down.
and Beast.
Flower looks
Sure.
a little bit more
Stop letting me
vulnerable.
name things when I'm over here. I'm terrible at it.
So I sprint over to Flower, take the halved coconuts, and just slam them full force on the side
Come on, it's
of his
Okay.
head.
You're going to have to hit really hard.
Okay. And so I'm just going to use that and draw another card. So never gives up, because this is looking pretty dire. And I know, like with Levy kind of stumbling a little bit, that this is going to take everything I have, probably to even make a dent in these guys.
Sure.
And we also have our little friend Nolan with us.
Okay.
So I'm ready to pretty much die in this fight, and things have barely even kicked off.
Okay.
So that's going to be 7. How much do I get for Never Gives Up?
I'll give you another 5.
Okay, so that's 12 and 14. I'm going to flip this for the next attack. So that was 14. And then...
Gonna need more.
would you guys like to each burn a spark to get it to 17?
I'm in.
It's not enough.
20.
Give me one of them.
1?
Took me a while to find this.
What was that at the end?
Coconuts.
Whoa!
Monty Python, right?
That was not Monty Python.
It wasn't?
I mean, the joke's from Monty Python, but
Pretty sure it was.
was it?
Okay. Oh wait, I'm actually wrong. Take that back. But you did nail a pretty big hit on there.
Okay, so 17.
Okay.
And,
No, I was looking at somebody else's thing. That's why.
Okay.
So Beast is beastly.
Okay.
So, yeah, so 17.
And that was the one you went after, right?
Flower
Oh,
ahead.
you went after Flower. Okay, actually.
'cause he was
sorry, got
exposed.
him backwards. Okay, give me that. No, Beast is exposed.
Oh, I was going after the exposed one.
That's Beast.
Okay, that's Beast then.
Okay.
That was okay, because that was.
I mean,
that
he
was
still
my
has like a
attempt.
20 on Beast.
Yeah. So, okay.
Thank you for the help, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. Just trying to make sure which
Welcome.
one you were going after. So it's a
I see.
little
Yeah, I
like-
was going for the exposed one because
Okay.
I sensed the
well, yeah, but you
vulnerability.
were talking about the other one.
Yeah,
so
I thought
that's why I'm
he
like,
said he said he went for Flower, and so it's like okay, because that was the exposure.
we're in pretty deep already.
So I crank Beast on the sides of the head with the 2 coconuts, hoping that I give him tinnitus.
When you do that, you actually give me tinnitus as well. I'm going to discard Mysterious and get rid of my exposed condition. Can I do that? It says I can. Discard a card anytime removed, stunned, exposed, or vulnerable.
Horrific Vision's its own unique thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's the flip side of that.
Fair enough.
You're gonna have to give me a better reason why it dispels it, because Horrific Vision is an extremely big thing.
All right.
Or the other option I'll give you is you can do that, but it means they're not exposed either, because you're basically keeping them in check because you are so horrific looking.
Okay, I'm gonna keep.
Is that fair?
That's totally fair. I'm gonna keep the ugly mug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our very own morning radio soundboard.
that is the blessing and the curse that Sharon has given you, basically.
I'm ugly.
Well, no, but it helps. It does
Yeah.
help. You learned it by watching him. Okay.
Third time this week.
You want to go, Doris?
I ain't got nothing that's gonna punch through that.
You have a billion. Oh yeah, they do a pretty high defense.
I mean, you've been doing pretty good so far, guys, but you're gonna have to hit very hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use the
Oh my god, no.
my rope dart thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wind some coconuts in it, and then just fling them at the exposed one. Is that Beast?
Yes.
Hey,
Thanks for the
Fritz,
sub, Fritz.
Effortful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome on this weird journey.
Okay.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Godzilla,
Yeah.
coconuts.
Coconuts, Godzillas, Bullmen, boy fights.
Yep. Dumb boy fights and
Very.
shoving.
It was dumb.
I wasn't I was just gonna like flick my tail to be like, I have a tail too. And you're like, did you hit me with that? And I was like, yes, and.
This escalated quickly.
The fact they have yet to take an improv class bites me in the ass again.
What do we need? 15? Because I got 12 now. What do I need
Not
to
quite enough.
spend? Crap. 17?
16.
That was so many sparks.
Okay. Normally, that would have done some extra major damage, but flowers are devoted and reduces their points and heals Beast.
Damn it.
No, that's shitty.
I don't like that.
So let's go after Flower.
Yeah, we gotta do the RPG thing. Who's up?
Okay, I think.
They are.
No, shoot.
Yeah.
So, let's see. You just attacked their buddy. So give me a defense of 14.
Right.
And are you visible or disappeared?
I'm still hidden. I haven't had a chance to do anything. So
Behind the
Okay, so
iron
you're
door.
still hidden.
it gives me 3 attack cards instead of 2, so it's useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me. Ooh, who are they gonna go after?
Because I'm assuming no one hasn't done anything yet, so they still haven't like aggroed on her since she's more or less invisible to people.
Yeah.
She hasn't revealed herself to.
Not yet. See, they can't hit you. Give me a defense of 16.
Okay.
9. All right. Defense of 9, and I'm flipping Bastion to double my endurance.
Okay, so 9 against 14, and then your endurance is...
6.
That's 9. You said 16?
All right, you are okay, actually. Yes.
Man, that's a lot of...
Seriously, chat. Now's the
value
time for
cards.
their flares.
Pretty please. Pretty
Um,
please.
If anybody wants to take pity on them.
14. But... Oh, man. That's an interesting thing to do. But will it be enough? No, not yet. Okay, 14.
Take a wound. And actually, it's just about to come and land on you, this blow. And no one uses Death Wish and jumps in front of it.
Oh, God damn it. This is what I was talking about.
So can somebody flip a wound for her?
That's
But
what
she
you get
can
by
al-
being patronizing.
But she can also hit harder now. She's a bitter.
That's true. That's very true.
And she's been trained by Varya. So she knows a lot of Varya stuff.
She knows how to
Okay.
kill.
All right.
Just
Still
letting
doesn't
you
make
guys
me
know.
feel good. It's still stressful.
Yeah, 2 more of you can go.
Okay. I will make an attack against the flower.
Do you do anything about that? That she's done that? You say anything to her? I imagine she kind of reminds you of your little sister at this point, too.
Well, she looks at me when she does this, and I was about to open my mouth, but the look she gives me, I'm like, this is the wrong time to... Like, I get it. We're both bitters. We do have a bond. So, like, I acknowledge what she's done. She knows I'm not happy with it, but I know there's nothing I can do to change her mind about what she's doing. So, I just kind of resign myself to what is currently going down.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and attack the flower one.
Mm-hmm.
This gives me 5, so that's 10. Can burn some sparks to.
10 is not enough, and
No.
even though they reduce their health levels to help out Beast, you're still going to have to do significantly more.
Got any more?
Unless you want to throw a lot of sparks at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Sparks are the only thing I got. Because I don't got cards to do it.
Nope.
Can't wait to have 7 health levels. When you have an even number and your brutal
How many
damage flips,
sparks?
when you have more
6.
health than not, or more wounds than not.
Yeah. What can I do? Don't have any special abilities for this, so.
Our spark battery is going to go down soon, so.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. So, you take out Flower,
Oh.
but Flower is a higher level Phoenix, and with their dying breath, helps boost up Beast.
Ugh.
And, one more of you can go.
Beast is still
I think.
exposed.
Yeah,
though,
one more
right?
of you can go.
Yeah,
Beast.
he's still exposed.
He is, but he's been beefed up. Or she, rather. It's hard to tell under all the fur.
He's rebeefed.
Okay.
Rebeast.
You guys
It's
mind
the
if I go?
roast beast.
Well, let me think for 2 seconds.
Alright.
9.
Damn it, you promised that we would get more Susian. So that's
I'm here for you.
should not. Yeah.
Should have expected it.
How much can you put on him?
I was gonna do blood binding, so blood binding just kind of gives attack, because even if I go down, I'll take it down with me.
Okay. It's about, I mean, I can put 15 damage on him, but it's not brutal yet.
I could do 11, so I could
Okay,
do 11
then-
if I burn a bunch of sparks, 15. But
Okay, then I'll
really?
jump
Thank
in.
you. Thank you for the no. Thank you for the no.
It's not
Alright.
enough.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the basic math here.
All right, then I grab the torch, and I turn to Noah and I'm like, I bet you know this one. And I run to the weapon rack.
She looks kind of like thrilled about this.
I've only heard
And-
stories.
Ah,
And I kind of laugh maniacally as I grab the weapons rack, turn it so all of the sharp ends are faced towards Beast, and just charge at him. Which is 9, 12, 15, and then I will burn 2 sparks to kick it to 17. Is that close enough? Okay. Then
Give me 3.
3? How about 4, because I'm feeling saucy.
Give me 3. You're gonna want to keep some sparks.
All right, so 18 total.
Okay. So here's what happens. You manage to just puncture the shit out of Beast. And a figure steps out of the shadows behind no one
Ooh.
and just tears her apart. And she just has this kind of like, oh moment, and ash. And Marshall Winter steps out of the shadows.
No, what a dick.
You phoenixes should have known better. I told you to stay at Pyre. I told you there were no more missions for you to go on, and you defied me.
It's kind of in our name.
That is,
Defend against
not
an
wrong.
attack of 18.
For mouthing off to a marshal.
I cast blood binding.
Okay.
Even if because I can't defend that. There's no conceivable way. But take a spark. Thank you.
Tell me about blood binding.
Blood binding. At the start of combat, you can burn 1 spark to forge a bond with a visible enemy until the end of the scene. Whenever you are injured, the marked foe suffers 2 points of brutal damage for each wound you take. So
Okay.
I take the full brunt.
Okay. Marshall Winter has been around a long time. There is a reason she is a marshal, so it will hurt, but given where she's at and where you're at, it's not going to hurt her that much.
I didn't really care.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, she has been around a long fucking time.
I can.
So have
So, Marshall Winter comes up, and just kind of, it's almost like a little shadowy, reaches in, and like twists something inside, and you drop to ash in front of her.
Well, that sucks.
Who are you going to attend?
We had a bonding moment.
Fucking knew it. All right, sweet. Get in here, lizard man.
Got it. Bull man.
Yeah.
You got it, bull man.
All right.
2 more of you can go.
Is no one visiting too?
Oh, she could be.
She's
bet
not,
she's not
I
part
thought
of
you can
the
only
wing.
visit your wing.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not a part of your wing.
Actually, this should help because you didn't trust me. I'm in your wing. Now you know I'm in your wing.
Oh, hey. You died. I can take your skill specialty until you're reborn.
Greedy.
Girl, what's your problem? That's your body's not even cold. There is no body. All right, fine. Take
2
it.
of you
I don't
can
care.
go. These are going to have to be
Jerk.
massive attacks.
Yeah.
Oh
I can
yeah.
do.
Let's get our electronica on.
So I can use this
Right.
in case we need it.
Should we get some fight music? Boots and pants.
Yeah, this is the boss battle.
Okay.
I am.
I died on the mini
not
boss.
built for.
No, that was a pretty epic death, I think. The fucking mouthing off. Beautiful.
I've never met her.
Oh, I need to use that.
You would have known about her though.
Oh, I knew about her, but like, they all had the talks with her and all like, no, don't do it. You're a renegade cop. I've never met her. I work for Miss Varia. Fuck her.
Yeah.
to figure out what type of death that is. Can I borrow the book?
We'll talk.
I am okay.
So Winter just went and killed
Leviathan.
Levi. What do you got?
Oh my god, that hurt
Nothing.
like a motherfucker.
I mean,
Because I can burn a shit ton of sparks to.
And I could help you.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to burn the sparks to start, and then you can
I have to
hold them
re-become
for.
Got it.
hidden. It's kind of a thing I need to do so I can make stronger attacks.
Okay, well then I am going to be a little bit reckless.
I'd expect no less.
So 7 plus wounds and my talon epitaph. That gives me 13, and I'm just going to be a little bit crazy and burn 7 sparks to hit 20.
That hits?
Now, if that was
Just-
higher, can that help?
No.
Not yet. Wait, because I need to get hit at least once, so then I
Alright.
can get brutal damage. Then you can throw in, and we'll see what happens.
You got it.
Now, Marshall Winter has been around a long time. She go again. She goes
Dang it.
every other
God
person.
damn it.
So give me a defense of 16.
That's bad.
You got this.
Do I though? So that's 6. Do you guys mind burning a spark each? And so then that takes me to 9.
9?
Oh.
So let me check.
Okay.
What you got?
Also, I am really furious about the fact that I just saw him annihilate a wingmate and she annihilate a wingmate and no one.
And we have this in common.
So I am
We're
very
angry.
mad. While I can't make a decent attack
You're gonna attack back?
no, I'm not. I can do that. But I am full of vengeance right now.
Okay.
So
What's your total?
the total, it was 9.
10?
Depending on how much you want to give me for vengeful, considering I'm like in a murderous rage, more or less.
Yeah, that's still not gonna be super great. Any more that you can eke out from anything?
No.
Should I be jumping in here? Is he gonna burst?
I mean, I can
Do you
take,
have a way to jump in?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can take.
If you have a
I
way
can
to
take a wound.
if you have a
Alright.
way to jump in, I'll let you take that damage.
All right.
because I
But
can
I won't be
take-
able to just take the shot.
Because I want.
This
Well, I
is-
mean, no, I mean, I do have.
but I don't
season
want to be
better.
dead.
Just-
Yeah,
It's
it's like I
nasty,
can
though.
because I have shaman.
Oh.
I can take a wound away from you. So
Ooh,
if you
good
get
call.
hurt, I can still take a wound.
One of you guys pick, otherwise, unfortunately, Marshall Winter is going to take Scar down.
Well, even if he, I can use this for either
Yeah.
of you. So
Just
I
Yeah.
know
All
he
right.
wants-
I'll take the shot.
Take 3 wounds.
okay, and then I'll take one wound from you. So you're not.
Yeah, because it's forcing them to attack instead. You don't have a time to really mount a defense. You're jumping in and blocking that.
I don't know if that was ideal. Because I need to take 1 wound, but it seems like Marshall Winter's going to one-shot.
Ever.
Well,
I
it
can't
depends
make a
on how much of a
defense.
defense you can mount.
More than grace
All right.
guard, son.
I know.
Somebody else can go.
Okay,
Okay, that's good.
I need to
Oh.
become. I need to take the.
Athletes
Oh.
gives us
Also, we got a
a
follow
table
up from
redraw.
Koba.
Oh, Kobato.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm going to use one of those redraws right now.
Do you? Because I need
Hey,
to.
Bandana Man, what's up?
I heard a holy.
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 Oh my!
Yeah.
I'm a horse.
My positive player would be great.
Hop, hop.
Write it down,
I'm. Are you?
Go for it.
please.
So I'm gonna
Tiny
flip this.
dancer. Yeah.
Nice,
So I can
positive
take more
player.
shots.
Yep.
So I'm gonna become hidden. This. Flip my talon and become hidden,
Okay, of course you are.
and then gonna sneak up and attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn another redraw. I don't care. I don't care right now. This is bad news
And
bears.
so this is 3, 7 plus 4 is 8. I'm also going to burn a health level to regain 4 sparks.
I get to draw a card for
Will you
that.
pass those down?
Nope. No, crap.
Ah.
I'm a mess. Can't take me nowhere.
Nope.
So my attack right now is, hold on, I just did this. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Not enough.
So I'm not a heavy hitter.
You're going to have to do a lot to be able to hit her. 11, there's a big gap. I mean, you're trying to take down a marshal.
Yeah. So right now I'm like the old, well, I have my, if I have 1 health level, I can regain a health level. But,
You'd have to burn a lot of sparks.
yeah. Does
What have
anyone
you
have
got?
anything that can help me out on this one? Because
I'm a floating
Is this a
skull in his
defense
head. I
you're
can't do
making
that.
I'm attacking her.
Attacking
I'm straight up, yeah.
from hidden.
Yeah. So I have
Sharon,
11.
can you hear me?
But remember, you're
You have another
also
card.
attacking a.
Yeah, I have
you're
3
attacking
cards.
another
I can only
shrouded.
attack with 2 cards.
Oh, that's true.
I'm attacking
Never
another
mind.
Reminder, you are attacking another shrouded.
I don't
There's
know
no
anything
guarantee.
about Marshall Winter, so
Yeah, you've.
I've only met them once.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
you know that she's the shrouded marshal.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff that you can do by way of hiding and stuff, she can probably find you at some point. Just a reminder, she knows how shroudeds work. But yeah, you're way off from being able to land another big hit on her.
Sharon.
I'm happy to jump in and make a crazy attack because I can
Let's
actually
make a deal.
I can swing, get a little trigger going.
Yeah, it's just because I can.
Hang tight.
If you can help me here, then I can get an attack in.
I mean, at 11, you're going to need like a lot more. We don't have. I can't spare the sparks to help you out.
You could burn
with
a
that.
lot of sparks.
It's like I don't have that many left. So I'm like,
I know.
how many? It would be what, 6 or 7 or 8? Oh my God, 9.
Yeah,
Nine.
see,
I don't
that's
even know
like
if I have
we just
9.
don't have that on the table.
You have
the other
9,
day.
it would leave you with 1.
It would leave me with 1.
Yeah,
Or you could go ahead and
I mean,
use everything you've got to throw at her, and it'll do a significant amount of damage against her.
Well, yeah, I'd like to attack, like get her.
an all-out attack
Yeah.
because I can do a lot of damage. Well, I can get to a point where I can start to do a lot of damage, but even just the initial attack, I can put like 15 on the board just to start with. So I have a 21 attack in the wings like right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
then I guess I can stay hidden and not attack.
All right.
But I needed to go hidden to get this bonus.
So
I still have to discard
Um,
that.
I grab the chains and swing them full force, just like one in each hand, and just bring them whipping down in an X, and just try to slash across
her up.
Marshall Winter's front. I take a wound to make Ruthless count as 10. That's 15. With can I count the new wound as well against the
Sure.
damage? So then that's actually 22 damage.
Okay. You land a big
can
nasty
raise-
hit on her.
Would raising that help at all?
Not really. It's
Alright.
a pretty big gap.
Yeah. Wait. Now I have brutal damage. Now that I'm more wounded than not. So from now we can really start to pour damage on as long as I don't die. But also
Yeah.
never gives up out. So that gives me.
All
I
right.
need psychometry to get in my hand.
She goes again. She goes to every other person now.
Sharon.
Of course she does.
Sharon.
Sharon isn't in your head though. Sharon has been following you guys along. And like
Yeah, but I'm dead, and I know she can hear me. She's literally in my soul.
You got some Sharon in your soul?
I guess I'm Sharon
what
in my
does
soul.
me baby Phoenix want?
All right, now Steven's going to ask a question before he gets back in character. How's this fight actually looking? Because I know he just did a huge thing, but this is a level 7 Phoenix. This is like a big Big bad evil guy.
It is ugly. It is very ugly. I was not kidding when I said that it could potentially start hitting like TPK or near TPK. This is not easy. You guys are on a huge rescue mission. And you found out that a marshal has joined on Ink's side.
I want to make a deal. And you can hear this, by the way. So,
What does Wee Baby Phoenix offer?
my last 2 incarnations.
Whoa. Did I just... What do you... Can I just think to him? Do we have,
Well, you
like,
can
a monologue?
have a conversation with him.
Yeah, like, are you sure about this? Is... You are playing with fire, friend.
I'm a phoenix. I'm supposed to.
Your last 2... You're ready to die now.
I can't let you guys die. You guys aren't done yet.
And you think you are?
I know I am.
Hey, I'm hidden, so this, I guess, our weird little psychic connection that we have. But take it from one suicidal phoenix to another. I don't recommend
hear you.
doing this.
He's just in his
Yeah,
head.
he's in my head, and so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hearing this, like, just him talking to another thing that I'm like, was that in my head too? But I don't think I can hear Sharon.
This is a very big life that Wee Baby Phoenix asks us to end.
And you know theirs are bigger. We both know I did what I came here to do. They need to see this to the end. I don't.
Yes, but we only care about life and death and what suits us. And we want to have something of equal worth out of the deal. Wee Baby Phoenix
I'm
is
giving
also
you 2
connected
lives for
to
1.
another Phoenix.
No, he's not on the table. Leave him out of this.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Just stay focused.
You hear a whispering in your head. Wee Baby Phoenix offers us the rest of his lives in return for 1 life. But it is a very powerful life that it asks us to extinguish.
I remember you, and you can't have shit.
Do we give Wee Baby Phoenix an entire life, or do we just help? We could do something else for Wee Baby Phoenix. We could bring back...
I don't
One
want
of-
you to bring them back. I want to go to them. And I know you want
We are
that.
not talking about that. Wee Baby Phoenix thinks he knows so very much, but Wee Baby Phoenix does not know as much as he thinks. Life and death are not as simple as that. We understand the way that Wee Baby Phoenix cannot. But we could bring back another Phoenix that could come and help in the fight against the big bad Phoenix that is worth so very much. There was
Levi,
another
you wanna-
Phoenix that was with you that already fell. She could be brought back immediately.
I have this intense feeling of dread, Levi. You want to share with the class?
Sharon wants to change the deal.
Oh, there was no deal to begin with. There was an offer made and Sharon did not accept.
Fine. 1 life for the kid.
We agree. You disappear. No one comes back as a level 2 Phoenix, immediately resurrected from her ashes.
That's pretty cool. And
And she gets an attack in on...
I'm so glad I got that moment.
She gets an attack in on Marshall Winter immediately. She comes back, and Marshall Winter is facing all of you, and she is behind. And you notice she comes back, and she's got, I mean, her eyes were already like completely blacked out, but now she's got a mouthful of like nasty teeth and claws, and just launches on to Winter, and like tears into the side of her neck, and takes an entire health level off.
I am shocked and
Happy, sad.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about
More
this.
Conflicted is a good word for this
Yeah,
situation.
conflicted is exactly how I feel about what just happened.
I am. So that means the next one is my last one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I warned you.
Hey. Be grateful.
Right.
So, do I get these up?
Yeah, those sparks are gone now.
Goodbye.
So let's see.
We're on the third
I'm
or
trying to
fourth
think.
one. They actually start
Had
taking
you made an
okay.
attack on her, or
So
You
I
would-
just
you would-
attacked.
yeah, you just attacked. He
Yeah.
made a deal. She gets to attack again.
Yeah, so it's basically
So
one of us goes, she
she's
gets to go.
frustrated. She flings off no one, and she, like, twists back to you, and attacks.
Okay.
With her attack is 18.
Okay. I've got 14.
14.
Yeah. 9 plus 5. Yeah, 14.
Unless someone can do something, you're gonna
I mean,
take 2 wounds.
I have to.
Do you Tiny Dancer going on?
Yeah, I do.
Take
Closer
those?
to Tony Danza.
Because
But
I can
take-
do a lot of damage right now.
How many wounds have I taken?
2.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to drop after that last one.
Okay.
Can't do nothing.
So you jump in front and take those wounds for him.
Okay.
Otherwise, he would have gone down this turn. One more of you can go.
All right.
You just went though, so it's got to be around the table still. You can't just keep going.
Yeah.
Much as I would love that, yeah.
Take it.
Aw,
Because yeah, now I'm in brutal damage mode.
I'm
So
gonna use one of these
Sure.
really fast because I need to get. Ooh, that helps. That is useful. Okay.
thank you, by the way, Doros.
Um. Okay, so I'm going to attack, but now I have psychometry in my hand, which means I can burn 2 sparks and make her vulnerable at the very least.
Okay.
So it's not a super high attack though. 6, 7, plus 4 is 12, so it's not super high. Somebody can help me. I can burn and I can.
It's
If she's vulnerable, what do we need to get to?
she's gonna be easier to hit,
Yeah,
but
it made her easier to hit for all y'all.
yeah,
Okay.
But I can't do a lot of damage.
yeah. It's still not gonna be enough, even if you went through those sparks, unless you you'd have to use all those sparks,
Yeah,
and I'd let you
burn.
have it. So I have 2 options for you. You can go through all of the sparks, and she can see you now,
Yeah.
so she would attack you, and my guess is that defense would probably wipe you out. So
Actually have something to get out of an attack, but of being attacked.
yeah, she's still gonna. It's gonna be a pretty nasty attack. Is it gonna make her attack someone else?
Yeah.
That person is going
Yeah,
to go
they're
down.
gonna- yeah,
So
right.
here's what I'll offer you.
I can get out of things.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
if,
you
yeah,
would
if
basically.
you can't deal any real damage, I would just say burn out.
Okay, so here's your options. Let me lay them out for you real quick.
Or I can.
Or I cannot do that.
I guess I could use Favored by Fate here instead, which would turn this to a 5 instead of a 4.
It's her last health level is very good.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. I'll
Okay,
just-
so here's the deal. You can burn out and take her with you.
Mhm.
You can have lay an attack on her. I'll let do some damage, but it's if she will attack back against you,
Yeah.
and you would do that, and she would attack someone else.
Okay.
But here's what I'll do: if you want to take her down, you can burn out, and you use psychometry.
Mhm.
So I'll let you have some information as you burn out.
Okay.
You don't have to take her down. I can put a lot of damage on. Well,
I need to rank up. I'm lower level than all y'all.
Yeah, but
No.
there
This is the dead party, all right? Like,
This is-
But, I
we're
mean-
over
Yeah.
here.
at the
we
same
got our.
time, there should be a reason for it because it should be
course.
dramatic. You've just come back. She is a shrouded, so
And I also want to help you guys. Like, I actually do want to do the right thing.
Okay.
Oh.
Like, Spectre wants to do the right thing because of the everlasting guilt she has been dealing with, so.
And the whole like us getting screwed over in a field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
And what I'll do, because this was such a dramatic sacrifice to take her down, I will let you keep that card even though you've died because you haven't used it yet, the one I gave you at the
Okay.
beginning of the game. What do you want to know from her using your psychometry as you take her down?
More about what Ink's plan is,
Okay.
because I can't tell you where Varya is, so.
She was a part of the, the Phoenixes for a very long time, has been serving her duty. However, after everything that went down with the previous the wing from first season, she saw, largely because of Arya, how dangerous the Phoenixes could be, just how much they could be corrupted and become a negative force in this world. Ink came back after his last death and approached her and explained to her that his belief is, while the Dread is a threat, the Phoenixes are the bigger threat and are too big of a threat to let them continue existing. So Omen has brought him back, but Omen's original plans, which the Marshals were aware of, was that the Phoenixes should live and humanity should perish. That the Phoenixes are the only pure thing that should be able to remain.
Like Magneto.
So, but Ink has since convinced her that the real threat is and continues to be the Phoenixes. And she has decided that he's right and that it's time for the Phoenixes to end. So that's what you get from her as you burn out. And she looks at you dead in the eye. Because this she was already level 7. This is her
Yeah.
last incarnation. And she goes, "You will regret this." And as both of them burn out, the Shrouded have an ability to hide objects and things.
Oh.
As at that level they do. As she burns out, the essential glamour that was hiding Varya within that room drops. And you find an unconscious Varya in the chamber with you. And that is episode 6 of season 2.
Woo! Ta-da!
So that's where we're going to leave it for this time.
Rad.
Cool.
right.
Okay. I
So-
really wanted to hit Winter so hard. I had like 17 base of brutal damage.
Yeah.
And then I was going to throw some more on there with sparks. I was going to blow her up.
Here,
But
blow
I'm
her
glad
up.
you did.
Spectre really just was like, I am tired of things going wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fair.
So
We
good.
have a new little baby bitter. It's good.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so no one
She's
is back,
spooky.
and
Oh,
she
baby bitter.
is she is
this is
a
yours.
level 2 bitter, and Sharon brought her back immediately. Without her help, one more of you probably would have died from this encounter.
I mean, it's cool. I had like never gives up. I was going to be able to lay some real damage on before I actually
Sure.
died.
But yeah, I mean, she
But
was
yeah.
much higher level and had a lot more tricks up her sleeve because if you, she hadn't activated it yet, but if you laid another hit on her, she could have disappeared, which is the Shrouded ability. Is if if somebody misses, she
Yeah.
would have been able to disappear, and there were a couple of
yeah,
instances, but
yeah.
she is
Every time you
super
successfully
sneaky,
defend.
super high level.
Well,
She
now
could've-
she's dead.
She could have disappeared on you guys a couple times.
Now she's super dead.
So,
And I am on my last incarnation.
yes, there you are.
Hey,
so,
it was worth it.
Let's go around the table and everybody tell the nice people at home where they can find you if there's anything interesting you want to talk about. Let's start over with the dumpster fire.
You can find me at High Def Ninja. Should be on the screen there. On Twitter, I do Twitch occasionally. Hit me up if you want to see me play some games at some point. And my recommendations would be, I guess, blanket forts.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And I had another, I don't know, treat yourself. Take a self-care day. Just enjoy the rest of your Saturday to its utmost. That's my plan. Sleeping is good too.
I recommend sleep
Yeah.
a lot.
This side of the table
Also-
really needs it. We're the dead side of the table, and you guys are the sleepy side of the table.
I'm the dead side of the
You're
table.
dead and sleepy. You're
Yep.
like the common denominator thing.
Keep watching American Gods. It's so dope.
Yeah,
Great
I'm
book.
getting.
Catch up.
I have to start that one.
I can't come by and watch it because I'm not caught up.
Oh
I
yeah.
see the first episode.
I've read the
Man.
book. I saw the first
Alright.
one. Loved it.
Chan, what you got for us?
Podcasts, Knowing Stuff the Podcast, The Regenerates, and Science Jerks, and that's things. Bye.
Blythe?
You can find me Geek and Sundry every Tuesday night. I do AXYB over there. I'll be here I should be here for every Saturday now, so I'll be back for more Phoenix Dawn Command next week. And yeah, you guys should be watching Sense8 because it's great. And it rhymes. It's basically, I mean, it's kind of a similar thing. A bunch of people all psychically connected with superpowers. It's a good show. You should watch it.
I mean, also psychic orgies, which everyone knows
Oh,
are the
yeah.
dopest
Yeah.
kind.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's basically what people ship on this show. Once everybody's in each other's.
God knows
heads.
I do. You haven't read the fan fiction yet.
But in Sense8, you get actual psychic orgies.
Yes. And thank you again to Stephen Pope for coming in and guesting with us again for the second week in a
SJP.
row. So
I'm
tell
glad
the
to
nice
be here.
people.
Make sure to follow me on Twitter at StephenJPope22. I will be hosting Mask, A New Generation, sometime in July, so keep an eye open for that. Also in June, I will be running the God Machine Chronicle on RPG Exploration Society with Fan Friction Films, so check them out on YouTube. Apart from that,
Yeah.
have a good Saturday.
Yeah.
Do it.
And-
Like, go chill.
Yes. Do all of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm Mac Beauvais. You can find me everywhere as Strange Like That. You should also check back in for our week of awesome programming here on Saving Throw. I think Monday is Couples Therapy, and also I think RPG Exploration Society is next Monday as well. We have Tuesdays is Disorganized Play with Tom Lommel. We also have the new show Iron Keep with Tom Lommel also on Wednesdays, Thursdays. Never Tell Me the Odds, I think, is still
Yes.
running. Fridays,
Star Wars, it's great.
Fridays is Wild Cards, although I think they're nearing the end of their season. And then join us back next week for more Phoenix Dawn Command, where
Where Varia wakes up.
and there's only a few episodes left. Things are really heating up. Are they going to be able to stop ink or
Will
not? It's going to be interesting to see.
Will
Where they
Vink be
go.
canon again? Who knows? Probably not.
Bar Ink.
Ink? I always called it Vink.
Oh. You won't know unless you tune in. So tune in next Saturday, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Send us that
Bye.
picture.
Woo!